What's the echo?
The TV.
I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping.
But you gotta play the song first.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
What song?
The intro.
You gotta know where he's at on the intro because the intro don't play in the headphones. Two different outputs.
We're brothers. He's white and I'm colored. That'd be a great song for this show.
Who did the intro?
This is Bae Bubs and DRugg.
Oh yeah. I don't think I heard it all the way.
You heard it
through.
yet?
No, I
Okay,
don't think so.
I'm checking first to see.
Bae Bubs and DRugg sounds like a wonderful collaboration.
What? Yeah, DRugg is. You gotta hear. Yeah.
That's like the collab I did not know that I needed. But now when
From the Sunshine State, the great state of Florida, and what does your Uncle Charlotte always say? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. I'm Bae Bubba, cross my black car. It's booby traps and pit bulls cross my backyard. I'm still strapped, boy, these handguns on Vanguard. I like going against the grain cause my head hard. Bae, I used to thug hard to see this crack hard. I don't thug nothing but the motherfucking task force. Me and 2 Root running shit, we like the fat boys. Paid cash for it, so I try this and fast forward. I put it all in your face like you asked for. Most of you love frontin' like the dashboard. I get it chalked out like the blackboard. I got the ghetto off glass like the backboard. Most of my niggas ride till it ain't no gas for. We been outside like ain't no map for. Been outside like ain't no map for.
I swear to God, these motherfucking jits in Florida is different. Man, I was at this house the other night. Gave her little son one melatonin, thinking this little motherfucker gonna go to sleep. Hell nah, the little motherfucker ain't go to sleep. I ended up giving this little the whole goddamn bottle. He ate them all. It was up all motherfucking night. I ain't getting
I'm
no
in all
peace.
white ones. Picture could get me a Cy Young. We feel like nuns. No giving like Spice One. We feel like bums. Don't change that I might run. Feel like buns. Shit sit when the price jump. I got white bumps. These bags kill it price plump. You only die once. I know you a snake with a sliced tongue. I can't trust you. I'ma dust you. Ain't no checking temperature. It's you, then it's you. These laws I'm stuck to. You know how many 12-12s I run through? My get cut, but my girlfriends get cut loose. My get hit like kung fu. I love the streets, but they never told me I love you.
Yeah, I already know. I'm straight from Florida, G. You know, bottom of the motherfucking map. Home of motherfucking Uncle Luke. Home of Trick Daddy. Home of Kodak Black. Nothing but gold teeth, wigs, and motherfucking sticks. You already know. Bottom of the map. FLA. Shaped like a motherfucking Hezbollah. Have you, want it? I ain't got no damn business at church. Cause all I be doing is looking at damn prints in that bitch. I'm talking about, man. You know how up it is? Like, you ever got hard in church before? Like, ain't that some shit? You get hard in church when you in that, like, you know you wrong. You know you wrong, but...
From the Sunshine State.
I just realized
We
that.
finna go live. We live.
There's no real way to say it.
We live.
that's about the nicest way you can say it.
We live. About to go all the way live. You are back on the bench podcast. With Bubba and Pink, but Pink's not here today.
Pink.
I'm so used to saying that line. Bubba and Pink, but we have Jason and Just Black in the building. All right. Don't forget we're available on all, and I do mean all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. All right. Now we got a good show for you guys as always. Okay. We're going to be talking about the NBA Finals Game 3. Okay. New York Knicks, they coaching search. All right. That'll cover the basketball part of this podcast here. And then we got an exercise. We want to put down the top 10 rap songs in Orlando history. That's been on my mind a little bit lately. So I want to see if we can crank that out. We'll see if we can get that done, all right? Along with some other trending topics in sports, music, entertainment. All right. What's going on, y'all? Y'all good today?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got 2 guaranteed when we get to it, man. I got 2 guaranteed.
You got 2 guaranteed?
Yeah.
Man, y'all, I ain't even call y'all. Y'all came and walked in at 8:29. I was like, I ain't worried about these guys. I know they gonna be here, man.
Oh no, I was here. I was talking to everyone.
Oh, okay. You was there already.
Yeah. I'm punctual though.
That's a bet.
I was on time.
On time. But what Coach Carter said in that movie, you
If you on time, you late.
yeah, you late if you on time. You're on time if you're 15 minutes early.
That's real.
In that football movie.
That's true. I live by that.
I don't live by that. I don't live by that.
You don't live by that?
No. I live. I remember what that was. It was Avon Barksdale on The Wire.
What he said?
When I think when his dad died, when his dad in the hospital, and his dad he off real bad. He was like, man, his nephew walk in, his nephew kind of like shook. He was like, man, this shit's scary, don't you? And he was like, yeah, man. See, if in this life, if he dead, I could take it better. I could take it better if he just dead. But him in this state, like where he just like hanging on for dear life, it's different because it's in that life that they was in. It was like you could be either a little too late or a little too early, and that'd be it.
Yeah,
So how you gonna never not be late? Never always be on time. You can't. So you're gonna eventually gonna catch up to you.
No, that's an interesting way to look at it there. I felt like the black person that never had fried chicken or something, I couldn't get into The Wire, dog. And every time I say that, dog, black people attack me. Dog. They attack me like, dog, I could not get into The Wire, dog. I tried.
You got to because the beauty of The Wire is written like Shakespearean. So like it's written like a play. So like if you into like storytelling, like every character got layers. Everybody ain't all the way good. Everybody ain't all the way bad. Everybody have a reason for why they do it, and they can explain and articulate it. That's why The Wire was cool, because it was like Shakespearean, but they talk like some hood.
Yeah. I know it's a massive show, so I never say it's trash or nothing like that. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't get into it. I tried multiple times, but you know what I'm saying. Before we get into these topics, I wanted to pod a little bit because this was on my mind. You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, because they be asking me like what is On the Bench podcast is about, right? And just so again, for people that don't know, it's like if you're you look at a team, and whether any sport, you on the bench, dog. When you on the bench, those guys, they talking about everything. Mm-hmm. Not just about the game that's being played right there. They talking about life. They talking about the chick that's in the stands behind them. They talking about the party they going to after the game. They talk about everything on the bench, right? So I had this thought, and it sounds, the thought sounds like duh, but it's not really. Like I was thinking like yesterday, I think men hurt more from cheating than women do. You get what I'm saying?
More?
Yeah, I do. And
more is definitely a tricky word.
Cause when you look at it, right? Cause a lot of women will say like, all men cheat, stuff like that. And so the percentages are different, right? It's like a guy shooting whatever. If you got looking at a guy shooting the ball, a guy who shoots 3 times but he makes 2. But Steph Curry is shooting 15 times a game, you know what I mean? And he might hit 7 or 6 of them. It's different percentages, but I do think, like for example, if a woman cheats on a man, dog, how many of those men are going to take that woman back? That number, that percentage is like extremely low.
A lot more than you think, bro.
You think it's a lot more than I think?
A lot more than you think, dog.
And if that man gets that picture in his head that she was sucking on that other man thing, dog, that number gonna decrease even more.
Yeah, for me, I can't. For me, I can't. Like I'm a Leo, and I ain't gonna go into my.
It's a tricky topic to come off the dribble.
But it's a lot.
I opened the game with
my moon is emotional.
Yeah.
And shit like, but so like me personally, first of all, I never cheated on nobody I knew I was with. But outside of that, I've been on every end of the spectrum. I've been cheated on. I've been the guy that she was cheating with. I done been with a woman who got her man on her screensaver on Facebook. They mad in love. And I used to bang her out every day.
Every day is crazy.
Every day. Not every day. Like every day. I used to work nights, so she'd come over every morning.
Dang, bro. It's a cold
She was
world
mad.
out
She was
here.
madly in love with that
rough,
guy,
dog.
man.
That's rough.
But
I've had women madly in love with me, and that's rough if I
Right.
was to find that out, even after the fact.
but that's why, like, man, the myth that men cheat more than women and all that is not true, man.
You don't think that's true? I
No.
think it's true, but I think, like you said earlier, I think the numbers would surprise
Women are treacherous people.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I do know what I do know is that women are better.
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
I got
Not only, I mean, they're better, but also, as men, we kind of have like this ego, this pride, right?
Yeah.
So it's like your woman may tell you she'll never do that, and you just may truly believe her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas you may tell your woman that you'll never do that, and she just may never truly believe you.
right.
But like, it's easier for a man to be like, yeah, this is my woman, this the woman I chose, this woman I'm holding up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wouldn't do me like, she wouldn't size me like that. And so I think that a lot of times it's like definitely like an ego death to us. Not to them too, but to us it's different because like the woman you choose, like women be choosing dog ass niggas. Am I?
Yeah, no, we good.
Okay, women be choosing dog ass dudes all the time, right?
Yeah.
You know, but a man is not gonna be like, oh, this is a dog ass chick with the worst reputation in the hood, in the city, and I know she, you know, popular and all that. This the one I'm a wife. Not saying dudes don't do that, more power to you, but
Yeah.
you know, that's
For the most part.
Yeah, well, for the most part, men are not in the business of doing that. But a woman to do that. Like,
Right.
I know he been through the city. I know everybody knows
She
him.
thinks she could change him.
Yeah, like she like that. Everybody, we would have to talk to some women about that. But
Yeah.
a man doesn't say, yeah, that's the one that I wanna cuff right there. So when you do cuff one, you really feel like you have one you
got
can
one.
trust, bro. And when you find out that she did you like that, it's just like, bro. It's
You know what I'm saying? That hurt gonna be different.
I mean, in my older age, I realized that I'm writing a book called "Women Are Unreasonable."
aren't reasonable.
They're unreasonable.
Oh, unreasonable. Okay.
So
one page book.
not only that, men gonna have to buy it in secret, but women, not only do they cheat at a high clip that you wouldn't know, but their reasoning for cheating, like people have this myth where it's not really a myth, but they'll be like, men just cheat with it, whatever, whoever, and then women got to have an emotional attachment, which is kind of true, but also a woman's emotional attachment could be so stupid. Like as a man, you could be the man that take care of all the bills, make sure she's straight, work 10, 12-hour days, 5-6 days a week, and do all these things, and she'll be, and your woman will be like, but he don't talk to me when I come home, and this guy talk to me all the time. But this guy works at a car wash,
Jeez, man.
and you got to pay for it. But she'll cheat on that guy because he has time for me. Yeah, because my time is devoted to making sure you have your own time.
Yeah.
So a woman will cheat on you with the reasoning that's unreasonable.
Yeah.
So and then she'll ruin that situation and then be telling everybody about like why men ain't shit or why it didn't work out, when the reality is you have like no consideration of how the entirety of things work. So you don't develop emotional attachment with somebody who ain't providing anything to you, but the 10% of stuff that the person who's doing everything for you is not providing for you. So those women be like I used to get women when I ain't have nothing, when I was a bum. Just simply because I do a weird thing that people don't do, not just a man and woman thing. I actually listen to what you're saying, and then I respond based on what you said. Right. And that a woman will be like, "Damn, this guy's always listening to me." And it's like, nah, that's like a weird quirk that I have, that I actually listen to you. So she'll cheat on that guy with that, who has realized already that you're a nag and you're annoying and that you're unreasonable, so he don't listen to you as much. To me, who just want to fuck you.
No,
Golly.
That's crazy.
I mean, that was masterful.
Facts.
How was your day? Oh, see, this is why I see.
Yeah.
And that man tired, man.
That man tired. He's exhausted. He's exhausted.
And he know once he open that door, you about to go.
You about to go and you about to knock. You not finna care about nothing. Like you know what, one thing, women will be like, I asked you how your day, and you be like, it was long, but you don't go into detail. Yeah, because the day was long. Why would I go into? Ask me about something that got nothing to do with my day.
Man, I remember it was this woman I was dating, and I worked long hours, and I was trying to go to sleep, or something. And I was like, man, let me go, because like the conversation was starting to kind of like pick up, and I was like, yo, let me go. You know, I got to get my sleep, and you know, I know you'll talk to me all night if you could. You know what I'm saying? And she got upset with me for saying that. She got upset with me for saying that, just for pointing out the fact, like, you really don't care that, like, I'm trying to get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't care.
You don't care at all.
Like, at all.
As long as I listen, like, you're not going to be like, I know you had a long day. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and get you some sleep. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like, you're not going to do that. You're just going to seize the moment to be heard.
Right.
And so and I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like,
right.
like I would, this conversation, it'll just go, but I really need to prioritize my sleep. And man, she was offended, bro. Like, it was nuts.
But that also probably can come from, because a lot of women come up being so spoiled, you know, and probably rightfully so, especially, you know, coming up as a kid, a baby, and whatever. And they got
See what you doing though. That's why women are unreasonable, because we rationalize things that don't make sense. Why are you just not considerate?
Yeah.
You can't just be like, well, she had too much love growing up. Like, nah.
She used to getting everything she wanted.
Yeah.
Nah.
But I like to live in a world
But
where
they don't. But they really don't, though. They
want
don't
them to
be used to
accept
getting
that.
everything.
Yeah.
They want. That's not
the crazy
That's
part.
not true.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what's nuts about getting with a woman and you guys are like together, is they're expecting something from you that life has never given them.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you don't, then you just like, hey, that's just how life is, and then you are not the man I thought you was, because I never told you I never told you I wasn't gonna fall short.
Yeah. Get the house with the fence and all of that.
It's like we're like, okay, I'm choosing you. I expect loyalty, affection, support, right? And they're like, I'm choosing you. I expect an experience that I've never experienced before in my life.
Yeah.
So hey.
Right.
And if you don't, then I will mess with the Amazon guy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he rubs my feet, you know, in between his stops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like
he's in shape and you're not. It's like he's poor. Like, you're not. Yeah, he's not. It's not.
Shout out to the Amazon people, man.
Shout out to them, but
I appreciate
it's like
y'all,
you judging the experience based on, like, you don't know that, like, he's in the rooming house and he eats once every week. Like, that's not in shape. Like, when I was young, I used to date women who were like had good bodies, but it's just because they were malnourished.
Oh, man. Yeah, you can't live on hot wings and crab legs alone.
But it's like
in the Bible.
Yeah, man, you can't. People. That's the thing. That's the thing about women, though, is women don't consider the full board. They just consider, like, how they see it and view it at that time.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, if you don't find a woman who has, like, emotional intelligence, then she gonna fuck your life up.
Man.
She gonna fuck her life up, and then she gonna blame you for all of that fuck up.
Yeah, you ever dated a woman with, like, emotional intelligence?
Without it?
No, with it.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because I
It's amazing. It's life changing.
I probably haven't, dog.
It's rare, man.
Yeah, I most likely I haven't, dog.
It's equivalent to, like, going to a country where, like, all the water and food is fresh. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, coming back to America and being like, whoa, this is crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, that's what's my normal.
You know what? A lot of guys, when I first, the guys that first got me on my first plane, right? We went to Puerto Rico first, then we started going to, like, DR and all that. And then they started,
pussy.
and they started explaining to me, because it was like a big group of, like, wealthy men. I'm talking about, like, I'm the brokest one in this group, and I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they started explaining to me, like, why they go over there so much. And a lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying? You know, they have families and stuff like that. And and they started explaining to me, and it's like, because how the women make you feel over there versus here back home. You know what I'm saying? And that be the main reason. It ain't what a lot of people think. It's mostly like, it's transactional, but in a lot of men's eyes, when you're dealing with any woman, it's transactional.
That's that GFE, man.
But the way they make you feel,
they
is
willing to pay for that GFE. Nah, it's a skit. There's this couple, man, on TikTok or whichever thing they on. I don't know, but it's this Gabriella and Javier or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
they're hilarious.
They're hilarious, bro.
They're hilarious.
And so it shows. It's like Javier, and he's like pulling up on a alley like late night, and the woman walk up to the car, and he like, how much, like, hey, how much for you to agree with me and tell me I'm doing a good job as a man? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, 100. You know what I'm saying? He's like, get in. You know what I mean? Or like, it's crazy, bro.
It's
and I had
crazy,
posted one of those, and I offended somebody because I posted that. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't understand how many like situationships or relationships I've been in that it's only negative. Never like you said, you're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you or whatever. It's never any of that, dog. That's tough. Not to say that there's not any like good women out there. We're not like it's not bashing women. I understand? Is I don't want Ebony to come on here and
the
start
fact for
talking
you
trash.
to see this is a thing, right? Because for you to explain your lived reality and for somebody to call it bashing as a way to, you know what I'm
That's what they
saying,
gonna do, though.
curtail accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just masterful gaslighting, bro. Like, you're only talking about your lived reality.
Yeah.
It's not like you're trying to generalize
just
just throw things out there. Like, you're talking about your lived reality, and you have to, like, make a disclaimer like, hey, I'm not bashing because I'm, like, telling the truth about my experience with women.
Yeah.
Bro, that's just something to think about.
That's tough.
and emotional maturity matters, and it's very rare. It's very rare. This is not even a generalization. It's very rare for someone to have emotional maturity and intelligence, where they understand it, that their feelings aren't always paramount, and your feelings aren't always real. So like being able to say, I'm feeling this way at this moment. This is why I feel this way. Now let me unpack it, and because a lot of times what you feel, how you see things, is almost 100% your own perspective.
Yeah.
So being able to understand, like, okay, this happened, I feel this way. Now, why do I feel this way? Because it's a lot of layers to it. It's a lot of layers to why I feel this way. Okay, when he came home and he went straight to sleep, why did I take that as an attack? You know what I mean? Or when I asked him for his advice or perspective, and then when he gave his honest perspective and advice, why did I react to it like it was an attack?
Yeah.
Like, these things, like, that's important.
Yeah, nah.
It's real important. It's real important. But I just that was on my mind yesterday, man. That's a good conversation though, for sure. Before we get
a
for
cougar
real.
was the most
go ahead.
emotionally intelligent woman that I ever had any dealings with. She was just like, bro, like, wow, bro. I can't explain it, bro. It was just like she considered how I felt at all times. She validate what I said. She would be like, I had took her on a date, and I was taking her on another date, and she was like you're like telling me like you're not going in your pocket. You're not going in your pocket tonight. Like, don't disrespect me. Like, last time you showed me such a great time. You took me here. You took me there. Like, that's not happening. Like, and I'm just like, what? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
Just different things. Let me drive this time. You always driving. You drive for a living, and just different things. And it's just like, man, like, they say that consideration is one of the, you know what I'm saying, highest forms, bro, of like love. You feel me? And she just always considered like what I had to say and how I felt.
Yeah.
And that was new to me. That's not even something you may get growing up in the home, you know what I'm saying, with the people you love. You feel me? So it was like, and she just told me how much work she put in to like try to see things from a man perspective and to understand like what a man needs, what makes a man tick, how a man's innately wired. Like, she really did her due diligence on these things. You know what I'm saying? The same way she did her due diligence on being a woman, you know what I'm saying? Fierce but soft. You know what I mean? Like, unassuming yet all knowing. You know what I mean? Like, ladies of force, bro. Like, she changed my whole perspective on, you know what I'm saying, what I should accept as a man.
Yeah, she need to teach some courses.
That's one of her aspirations. But she said she had fears that they'll call her a pick me. I said,
and they will. I mean, because honestly, you have to want and desire to do work on yourself and be like, yo, the things that I've used to protect myself could also be hurting me. So these defense mechanisms that I have developed makes it hard for me to be with somebody long term. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people just want to just because you can. I'll always say that if you can convince yourself that it was self-defense, it don't feel like murder. So if you just be like,
that was heavy.
I was just doing. I don't listen. I want to be heard. Like a lot of times, I hear a woman tell me like, I want to be heard. Be the most non-listening person I've ever met.
She just want to be heard.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it. Telling you.
Yeah.
She didn't say I want to listen. She said I want to be heard. Jeremy,
Right.
are you listening?
Right. Right.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's move it along here now. I wanna we're gonna save the basketball for the last because they're playing like right now, so we'll give our active reaction. All right. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get into the Orlando rap thing here, right? But first I want to give a quick shout out to Chase the Feeling, man. It's a local brand here, but you know they're going mainstream with it. They just released a new pair of shorts here. What the helly to go with the song here, man. They got some really dope shorts here and products, hats, all of that good stuff, man. Just look up Chase the Feeling brand on Instagram. Okay. All right, and be fresh here, man. Going into the summer, they got some really dope stuff. All right, Chase the Feeling brand. All right. Okay. Now you gotta stay with me here. All right. I want to try to do an exercise for the top 10 rap songs in Orlando history. All right. Here go the first thing. The first thing is I want to do this. I want to make the list. Not your list, his list, my list. Mm-hmm. I want to make the list. All right. Now, I'm asking y'all tonight, are you drinking?
Am I drinking?
Yeah.
No, I got water.
Are you drinking alcohol tonight? Can you drink alcohol tonight?
Yeah.
You? Yes
can.
or no? Huh?
I can.
Okay, because I had a play. I know sometimes you are not.
Not much.
If not, you can do some push-ups. But here go because you be on the fitness tip. Because here go the thing. We all three of us got either friends or family. We all know people that rap here in Orlando. So in order to keep this thing on a straight, narrow, and straight path, if you say something crazy, if me and Black think you saying something crazy, you got to take a shot and do 10 push-ups. You understand?
Okay.
Because we got
I like that.
We got to be organized with this. We can't, you know what I'm saying? Bae Bubs is my cousin, but we got some more work to do. I can't be saying he got the third best song in Orlando history. That's crazy. You know, it's a little crazy. We got more work to do.
Right.
You understand? He's a monster though.
Oh, man,
all right.
I love him.
Now, the first thing I want to do is because it's only 10. So let's speed through a couple songs that y'all think that might just not make the list, the official list, but we want to give a shout out. This is the time for that. Okay? So let's speed through some songs here. And once again, these are the top 10 rap songs in Orlando history. That's West Orlando, East Orlando, Central Orlando. You understand? All right. I'm gonna give you an example of something for me that didn't quite make the cut. All right. I wanted Loose Cannon to make this with Vibe Now or Up a Notch.
That's on my Vibe Now on my list.
Yeah, I couldn't get it there. But I wanted it. Do Vibe Now has to make do it?
Up
Do
a
it have
Notch
to make
is
the list?
hard too.
Up a Notch
Golly.
and the criteria. And the criteria, that's another thing I wanted to touch on because it's got to be a healthy blend of impact, Orlando impact.
Yeah.
Okay, numbers. You know, not like a heavy percentage.
You should have gave us the criteria before we came.
Well, it's
cool.
You know what I'm saying?
We
you
can
can
make it
adjust a little bit based off that, but you know, cultural impact to Orlando, numbers. Okay. And all that good stuff. All right. Again, Loose Cannon, Vibe Now, and Up a Notch both did make it, but I love both of them. All right. Do y'all got a couple that you can just think off the top of your head?
That don't make it.
Yeah, that don't make it that you want to give it a shout out.
I can. You want to go first?
This one on my list, but it can be French. But I tell you why it's on my list though. It's because when I first heard it, it was like passionate. It was like something I never heard somebody from Orlando who just had their own. They just rap like themselves. They voice sound like themselves, and it was like an authentic song. And it's Last Days by KT.
Oh man,
Last days.
He say we in the last days.
Yeah.
Bro, that song is so deep,
Yeah.
dog.
I got a
God.
KT song on my list.
I didn't know who he was when I heard the song.
But Last Days is tough. That's tough.
They say we in the last days.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Come on,
That's a
man.
good one.
So
Give
I'm
it a
gonna go. I'm gonna go 10%. 10% by Glock9.
Yeah. That didn't make it for me, but yeah, that's
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Yeah.
But
But
that's a good one to mention.
But that song, when you play it, bro,
Yeah.
it's just so hard, bro.
And it went crazy here. It went crazy everywhere.
Every time I hear it, it's hard, bro. I remember the first time I was doing lift and these girls told me to play it, and I was just like, whoa.
I'm glad you mentioned it. I'm really glad you mentioned it.
And there's another one by Rico Cartel.
Okay.
James Bond, I be rolling with a golden gun. With this motor on in my lungs. You know something about?
Nah.
Bro, if you ever hear it, this song, you gonna play it 10 times in a row.
Okay.
And Match Me by Rico. These songs, see, like, y'all be listen to the younger cats.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't-
yeah,
I don't
do.
listen to a lot of young.
I listened to him, but I ain't heard that one though.
Oh, Operation WAP, bro. Operation WAP.
Okay.
By Rico Cartel. It has
Okay, that's the name of
1.1
it.
million views.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a bop, bro.
That's
You
good enough
don't
to
know
mention.
me, and the homie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something for me to check out.
Every time
That's
I hit
something
it,
for
man,
me to
that
check
should be
out.
macaroni.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to get a young boys, man,
Yeah.
song, cause they be coming with a different type of sauce with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to now. You got to.
But that's right. That's like that ain't make it, but those songs I can just whenever I just wanna
That go link.
I just put that on whenever I just wanna feel that like that young energy, like
Yeah.
Rock out, whoop. That song was make all my haters go away.
That's a great one to mention.
Rock out.
They make
Yeah.
my
It didn't make my list.
It's a
Whoop
good one to
is
mention.
Rock out.
That's a tough one.
Cause let me tell you how.
We know he got one that's on there.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's one on there.
For sure.
I'm gonna tell you how I made my list though. I think back when I went to Dogman, like compound. It was like they was having like some kind of party or something, like maybe like somebody releasing a mixtape or something. But it was like a bunch of Orlando tastemakers, and it was just full. If you ever been to Dogman's little studio, not little studio, you ever been to his like compound, and it's packed in there, and the DJ was just playing like some Orlando hits, and like even and I don't put no East Side shit when I say Orlando hits, but the reason why is because East Side tends to sound like what they think you're supposed to sound like. So it doesn't feel like an Orlando, like it doesn't feel. My biggest thing with Orlando is we don't have a lot of culture.
Yeah.
So like I like shit that sound like Orlando. They using Orlando lingo, and because that's what we need. So like it ain't a lot of East Side guys who don't make records that doesn't sound like what everybody else doing in the world. But so they start playing all these songs. And I was just going by the reaction in the room. So when they play, I ain't gonna expose my list, but when they play certain songs, everybody's singing it word for word. And this song's from like a 15-year span. Like it could be like 15 years. So that's why I have Vibe Now on my shit too, because it's that feeling. It's Orlando, but it don't sound like nobody else doing it. It sound like, oh, that song is him.
Yeah. Let me speed through a couple, and then we're gonna get to the actual list. All right. I just want to speed through a couple to give a shout out. Book of Elijah from Dave from the Grave. He completely lost his mind on that. All right. Then you got Woo Story from Haitian Jew. That's just a personal favorite. Woo Story. Yeah.
I love that song,
I just love it, dog.
Let me tell you something about Haitian Jew, dog.
And he gave me permission to use it on a project coming up. So shout out to
Haitian
Jew though.
Is so fucking musically talented, dog.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I know why he don't connect with people, but I won't say it on stream. But he just make great fucking music. Like ever since I know Haitian Jew for like 7 years, 8 years.
He know how to make songs.
He just know how to make songs, bro.
He know how to write songs.
Yeah. And then the last one for me is Prom Night, Moot Boy.
Oh man.
Prom Night.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Other shit.
That's-
Kid, you trying to get that shit to burn right. Fuck the thugs. Come on, Fuji, fuck a thug.
And shout out for Feel
shout
for
out to
real.
Phil.
You know what I'm saying? Feel for real. All right.
Man.
Now, let's
How many
let's get to
how
the-
many D-boy got that's just right there? Like,
I got one from D-Boy that's on my list, but he got some bangers now. He got some
Yeah.
bangers.
Bro.
So let's crank out number 10. All right, I'm gonna give you an example of what's on my number 10. All right, if you think it's crazy, you let me know. I got the bottle right here.
What you got? What you got?
What the drink? It's tequila. You know I'm tequila. I had to go trap. I had to get trap on there, man.
I got my fire.
I had to. Let me tell you something.
You got
artist.
You got to drink though. I love that.
Hold
song.
on.
This not even a
Let me
shot
make
at
my
trap.
case though.
Not even a shot at trap. I love trap. I love that song.
I know you do, and we're gonna be doing this back
Yeah.
and forth without. So I understand. So it ain't no diss to nobody that we talking about. We giving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We giving shout outs. My for artists that don't have no backing, no machine behind them. He was a new artist. He was just really a guy at the hood that was doing his thing in the hood, working and all that. Was starting to put out music. He didn't have no promotion, nothing. Dog, that song.
It was organic.
That song cut through.
Yeah.
That song cut through.
It did, but it's a song that's already in your mind.
Yeah.
This is no trap. I love him like a
I want
brother.
y'all-
He emailed it to me before it ever took
Yeah,
off, and I said, bro,
We
Yeah.
had that song. We had that song. I know me, Jason, bro. We had that song at least 8 months before people heard that song.
Okay.
But we was in the first video you shot for that. We was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro,
yeah,
the man
first
don't
one.
reshot the video,
Yeah.
bro.
And y'all wasn't in the reshot?
We done.
He wasn't. Now because he got people that wanted to invest and they wanted to shoot a better video.
Yeah.
But the original video still it's on
was
some
fine.
hood shit.
All right, so give me some more options for number 10.
But
some
yeah,
options for number 10.
It was like we all know regulators, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, but it's a great song, but it's also like that sample where you love it already.
Yeah.
But the song's still great, but it's like it's something you already love already.
And that's not
It's
really
fair.
because the real like trap song that should be bigger is the shit getting crazy. This ain't the word to raise your daughter in.
This ain't the word that your daughter in.
Man, what's my?
Dog, he snapped on
Dang,
that.
it was some songs on that first.
That
joint.
Yeah,
album, dog.
Good
It
crazy.
only got like
Yeah.
1 or 2 skips, dog.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
album
it go crazy.
dog.
Yeah.
That album
Don't because like I
The one he
said,
did with JuJu.
I like that song
Yeah.
you talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did a video. for
wrong
it, too.
place the daughter in.
Okay. So what give me something. Give me something for number 10.
For number 10,
I can't.
You can name a couple and we can shop
numerically.
it.
I can't say numerically. I could like lay stuff out and then y'all could align it how y'all would like to align it. But I can't because I.
But just give me something that you think will be in that range. Then.
yeah. I'll just say because I just want to be clear. Like even though obviously we love trap and I love that song, but it's just like as far as because the way I did the list is my list is it's Orlando classics.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's at least 10 Orlando classics that come before that. At least 10.
Yeah.
So that way it can't be 10.
That's fair. That's fair. I took the shot, so that's fair.
But I say probably Juvie.
Juvie.
She say Juvie, slow down. I say
I got that number 6.
Yeah, see, the point
We
is
can't put Juvie at number 10.
the point is it ain't 10 songs better than that.
Can you come with me? We can't go 10. We got to put something else at 10.
Man.
What you at with that? Let's come back to Juvie. Let me name a couple more I got in this range.
Okay.
I got Jiggin' by Jiggin' and Finesse.
That's on my list.
And or Way Up. And or. So I got an or.
It got to be Jiggin' and Finesse.
It got to be Jiggin' and Finesse if we talking Orlando, I know.
And
but Way Up actually did better.
It's better, but
numbers-wise.
people outside of Orlando took that lingo like straight
Jiggin'
up,
and Finesse.
100%
Yeah.
took that
Jiggin'
lingo.
Finesse is Orlando.
Yeah.
So I got that. You know what I'm saying? Can we go? Can we pin that in at number 10?
Jiggin' and Finesse. That's on my list. I say that's a good 10.
Top 10. All right. We all agree. Jiggin' and Finesse at number 10.
I know how to work my wrist. Go on.
Now let's go to number 9. Number 9, I actually got F the Law. Okay,
the
Granddaddy South.
Shout out to Granddaddy South.
Shout out to Granddaddy South.
They got to be higher.
Be on there,
It's
but
gotta be on there.
I feel like it's got to be higher. Though.
You think it got to be higher?
Yeah, because
9 is crazy.
I wasn't quite outside then.
But that's
so y'all know y'all a little older,
bro.
that shit took him to.
I wasn't quite outside.
That shit took him to Universal,
took him
bro.
to
Like
Atlanta.
3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
That shit took him to 3 6 Mafia. Like
Well,
it
Link said number 1.
It's like
it's up there, dog. It's up there.
You think it's up there?
bro,
Yeah.
when we talk about,
Because
when you talk about like, bro, nobody rap like this,
Like
bro.
that,
yeah, at that time. Yeah. Nah, he came with a unique style.
He sound like he was in Dungeon Family.
Here's a 50,
Yeah.
keep the change. If you don't mind, I need a little information about a train that's coming in.
Yeah.
Transporting prisoners, I could use a few good men. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro?
He sound like he was supposed to be in the dungeon, dog.
Let me-
when
Man
that
said
came out.
blow up the house in Orlando, bro, on the track.
Let me give you something else that's in this range. Then we try to lock in number 9. Okay, what about Trill? Not locked down.
That's high too.
Trill, not locked down.
That's high.
You can't keep saying everything.
I'm
Because
not-
I got some shit that's top 5 now. You can't
Not over
keep
Trill,
saying
bro.
that.
I remember being in Tallahassee. I was dating this girl. We went to this FAMU thing.
Yeah.
It was a pep rally, whatever it was. It was the whole basketball arena was full, bruh. They turned off the lights. Everybody turned their phone on, bruh. I keep plenty different
No,
numbers in
it
my
was
phone.
it was
Yeah.
it's-
No more lies,
That's why
I ain't gotta-
it was crazy. They had the college
No,
circuit
no.
Yeah,
locked down.
every
the
song.
whole college circuit.
I ain't gonna say a bunch of ones
crazy.
is higher,
That's a
but that
mega
song.
hit. It's not many songs we can name bigger
Nah,
than that.
Yeah.
They play that at the Moon right now.
It's gonna go crazy.
It's gonna go
It's
up.
gonna go crazy.
Any club,
Any
right?
club,
any club in the city,
any club in the southeast region that has people that's 28 or older, and they play that, the club gonna rock.
Oh my!
And if the people that's in there that never heard it, they gonna feel like they want to know what song it is today.
All right. Let's go number 9 Juvie.
tough.
Let's go 9 Juvie then.
We can go.
Move
Okay.
on. You good with that?
Okay.
All right. All right.
The mix is rough on that song.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
That's what make it
is.
great, because it ain't mixed good. The beat is kind of like mid, or like just like it could have been better, but he sounds so Orlando and that shit, and people just love that song.
Did he do that one over the phone from inside the wall?
I don't even
I don't
know.
think so. Not Juvie. I don't think so. I could be wrong though.
Because you know, at
But I
first it's
remember
kind of
from
like
his, what's the name?
when it first come on, it's kind of like he not synced up with it, and
It's
then
that-
it dropped,
then
and
it
then
dropped.
it's like
Yeah. It could be. That
Like
could
if
be
you've been
that.
rapping a long time, you know, like when you was rapping on the computer, that's what it sound like.
yeah, dude, yeah.
Now I got Mook again later on, but for right now we're trying to get number 8. We're trying to lock number 8 in. Now here goes some options for I got in this range. Okay. Don't Need Time. Hot Boy. I feel like that need to be a little higher.
I don't listen to a
honest.
lot of. I'm gonna be honest.
But that's a massive hit though.
Yeah, I don't listen. But as for Orlando,
Yeah.
they be playing it out like that.
Yeah. At that, especially around that time. Not like right now.
That's what I'm going by. I'm going by shit that if I play it
We
right
ain't
now,
got 10 songs that they playing right now. Yeah. If you play it right now, they gonna go crazy.
I don't know if they gonna go crazy.
Hot had a crazy run.
I mean, and Don't Need Time. That's a massive hit, though. That's a massive.
I'm taking your word for it. That's why I ain't saying. I'm taking.
I knew Hot.
Jay,
I
give
feel
me
like Hot
some.
had to be on that list. I feel like Hot had to be on it though.
Yeah.
I did feel like Hot
I can
had
live
to
with-
be.
That's his biggest
had
hit.
to be-
I can live.
had
I
to
can.
be
I
on
can live with him being on the list.
So that means okay. Let's lock him in at number 8 then. If he had to be on the list, let's lock him in at number 8. I had him a little higher, but I'm fine with that.
Hot runs crazy.
I'm fine with that. Okay, so we got Hot Boy at number 8. So right now we got 10 Jigging and Finessing by Tony Boy. Number 9 we got Juvie by Moop. Number 8 we got Hot Boy Don't Need Time. Now we at number 7. All right, we getting somewhere now. All right. Number 7. I'm gonna need some songs because y'all knocked down 2 of mine, so I'm gonna need something because I can't name my top 4 or 5 right now.
Orlando Cypher.
That's cheating. I don't
Nah,
like cheating.
That ain't cheating.
I don't like cheating.
That ain't cheating.
That is cheating. That's
How?
not a song.
That is though.
No, and that's not people. People not going back to that for real.
You crazy hell.
You're not playing it nowhere. You're not.
I listen to it all the time, but he could be right.
No,
I listen to it all the time.
I've seen it.
It got a million views. It got a million views.
Yeah, but that was for that time, dog.
No, but that's
Cyphers was the biggest thing. We was in the.
He got a point. It's not just getting bumped. You're not finna hear it in the club.
That's classic.
You're not really
That's
hearing
classic
it with nobody
Orlando.
Riding past. You're not really hearing it with nobody riding in their car bumping it, bro. That's
classic Orlando.
Like me, people like me and you. That's like
cheap.
connoisseurs.
That's
People like me and you, that's just connoisseurs of fine artistry, bruh. That song is mwah.
Come on, man.
That's against
Late
the
night,
rules,
we
man.
show you how to get your
Wiggle
wiggle
on.
on.
Come on, man.
They snap, nah. They
Come on,
snap.
man. Come on, man.
YFM Honcho, we swerving on like pronto, splashing on shit. Get your poncho.
Come on,
They
man.
snap. They snap.
Come
But
on, man.
that's
It
cheap.
costs money for this combo.
They was immaculate. Immaculate.
I sent them to your front door. They swing it, then you done for. Hey, D-boy, bro, that man so precise, bro.
They always immaculate.
He had a
Dog.
point to prove.
They- none
But none of
them missed.
None of them missed.
Nah.
None of them missed, dog.
It was.
I love the order. I love the order.
Yeah.
I love the video. Everything.
Tony with that lead off.
Yeah.
Tony with that lead off verse. He changed flows by 4 different times.
Because I think that was Tony Boy record.
Oh,
for
to begin
real?
with?
Yeah, I think it was Tony Boy record. If I'm not mistaken, I could be speaking out
And
of
you
turn.
know a nigga power to teach your body power. You gon' lie, you gon' die. You gon' get out the way, bro. That flow is immaculate.
It was crazy.
Then Loose Cannon just like Kool-Aid, man.
Everything
bust
dripped in
through the
gold,
damn
fuck with the
wall.
coffee.
It was just like a big dog jumping that water like I'm a dolphin. Stop, nigga. As soon as I catch them, put them in coffins. Yeah, nah, that's a. I feel you, bro.
You play that right now, dog.
They body everybody, bro. They
did.
show like y'all wanna
The
rap.
visual was nuts.
If y'all want to rap, bro, like
We
this,
can really,
this,
we really own that. We
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah, we
like
can do that.
we feel like we Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore, and they show why
yeah.
they
Yeah.
feel like they, which is crazy.
And it was just not. It just wasn't debatable, dog.
But give me something else for
Woop
7.
wasn't on there, but we gonna go.
Give me something else for 7.
I think Woop would have drowned. To be honest, that's a hot. Take.
No,
He would've drowned. He would have drowned.
No,
He would've drowned.
I argue with the world.
I'm with
by
you.
Woop.
I'm with you on that.
He would have drowned.
I
dog.
argue with
I'm with you on that.
I feel like Woop is, bro.
I'm glad you
Look.
said it because I wasn't gonna be the one to say
Woop
it.
would've
If not
drowned
the
on that.
most creative, who's more creative?
But that's
That ain't what a cipher is.
because that's the argument though. Like, because this how I look at those particular guys and those particular guys. I look at Woop like Lil Wayne.
Nah, don't do that.
I'm finna tell you.
Don't do that because I was with you and then you losing
I'm
me now.
Because he's not super lyrical.
I'm finna tell you why. It's because he from that school of like, I'm not gonna write nothing down. I'm gonna do whatever my drug is, and I'm going to just be super creative because I naturally can rap.
Woop is a hit maker, dog. In his prime.
But
he's a hit maker.
especially in that cipher,
Who got so many hits, bro?
in that cipher where it's just they barred up,
Yeah,
they barred up.
That ain't the arena for him.
It would've
That's
drowned
not
him.
That's not the arena for him.
So I'm gonna tell you this now.
Unless they
'cause
gave him a hook to do or something.
I'm gonna tell you this because me and another artist had we had a conversation about this, right? Because Tony didn't bar up. What he displayed was like just creativity, talent, storytelling, like personality. Like Tony is like so big. But he did not bar up. He didn't
Not
come
on
with a
that
bunch
cypher.
of like metaphors and intricate. It was more in the flow, like, but I'm a small guy by the butt for that live and the Mercy Drive, just fly, open fire. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was just showing off the talent, like, oh my God, this man's a star, bro. But he wasn't barring up.
But he was barring up. He wasn't like people think barring up mean you got to throw metaphors and shit in.
Bro, I'm saying what he said, a smooth young dude, big boy room, y'all niggas get out the way, big guns, big boy. I think it's amazing, bro. To me, that's the most creative verse on there to me. But if you want to call that barring up, I won't. We can agree to
And
disagree
you think Woop could have did something similar?
Nah, Woop would have drowned.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
would've
Jason
I
said.
no, Woop's not drowning.
Woop would've
bro.
drowned,
Woop's
dog.
not drowning, bro.
would've
Nobody's drowning, Woop, bro. We talking about Woop, bro. I'm never hearing that, bro.
Woop would've
I'm
drowned.
never, cause Woop gonna come on here with a flow so.
It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. That's the thing. The thing about Woop. The thing is when you just
That would have brought it out on.
when you just drink lean and just rap.
That would have brought it out on. You know, Woop, he stay in the cut until he mentioned.
Yeah.
If you mention Woop, he
coming.
Yeah.
That's facts now. I done seen that.
I'm like a Woop, bro. Like I argue with the world about Woop.
Now, like,
that's just me though.
Woop had that when Woop was firecracker hot. When make all my haters go away and all that. When he had those songs when that first came out, he was untouchable.
Woop lingo too though. Blues Clues, Coach K.
I
Circulation,
it was past his prime.
Emergency.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with that.
That was.
I just feel like
he was Jordan with the Wizards at that point. But he had a great run.
He had a good run.
He had a goddamn great run.
Blues Clues.
I never heard it
In the club. Coach K.
I ain't gonna say I never heard it. I heard it, but
I heard it, but
never
it
came back to it.
So his hype had died down.
Yes, for a reason.
But because he went away and he came back in 30 months wasn't. It felt rushed.
He missed the time.
Yeah.
30 months felt rushed, you know, but he was highly anticipated when he got out.
Of course.
And 30 months kind of it.
He didn't.
It wasn't what people.
He didn't deliver
wanted.
with 30
Yeah.
months.
It was some good stuff on there though.
Yeah.
But Woop Lingo too, he like gathered himself, and that's to me his most creative body of work, his most talented body of work. But his hype had faded. But I can understand. I can understand. But even I heard through a mutual friend that even he agreed like Woop Lingo 2 is phenomenal, bro. It's phenomenal from beginning to end, bro. You have to go listen to it. Have you ever listened to Woop Lingo 2?
I listen to all of them.
I'm not going back to it. Let's get back on track here, man. Because we only at number 7.
Yeah, Woop would have drowned. Let's
get back on track.
Go Away?
Here.
You think Go Away could be on here?
You want them twice on here? It's possible. It's a huge record.
Make all my haters go away.
Number
I'm
7.
gonna spray.
I'm not mad at it.
I got Woop. I'm
not mad
at it.
Massive hit.
K.
Nah, it can't go on.
So it's okay.
It can't. Nah, I love that song
so
because I don't want people to see this and think that I love that song. That's the Woop I like. I love that Woop.
I'm not mad at it, but you got to come up with something though. What we talking about?
That was a home run. That was a home run. That and the other one that we know is on the list.
I'm not comfortable mentioning my 1, 2, and 3 yet. Not at number 7.
Sweetwater.
I got that.
That's up.
Number 2.
I'm not saying it has to be number 2. I'm just telling you what I got.
So you must got. Who's number 1? You must got.
Black disagree with my number 1. I already know because we had this conversation already.
No clutching.
Come on now.
That haze up in the
Talk to me.
Arizona got heavy Yankee clientele. That's not number 1. That's not number 1.
You are out of your fucking mind, dog. You play that. I don't want to get there yet. We're not there yet because I knew that was gonna happen. I'm not.
Jim's running in.
I don't want to get there yet.
4 ways.
That's a classic.
What a time to be alive,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Oh man, I was outside, bro, when that came out, bro.
I'm a pencil in.
What can you say? Oh yeah, we're gonna get there, but
I'm a pencil in. Go away right now. I'm a pencil in. Go away. And if you.
So what we doing with no clutching?
That's why I said no clutching is mine.
I got
no clutching number 1 over Ballin? I can't do that.
No, he's just talking about.
I'm talking about for 7. No clutching.
Okay, clutching. I mean, because no clutching got to be on there though.
Yeah, I had it at number 5, but that's good. We can go no clutching number 7. We can go no clutching number 7.
Bro, that song makes me want to run through a brick wall, bro.
No, KT era was one of the smaller ones, like his run, but that shit was like a Ram truck, dog.
Yeah.
It was like a breath of fresh. It was crazy, dog.
Because the only problem with KT is that shit real.
Allegedly.
I mean like.
Yeah.
I've been getting money, fucking bitty, riding for that, bro. It's like the energy, bro.
Bro, he got Plies shot them out in 2025.
Money.
Nah, cause
come on,
bitch,
man.
you love a nigga with the money, nigga with all the money. Nigga pay so cheat, try to not go run up on me. That's a no.
That's real. You ever met KT?
Yeah.
Bro, that man one of the best rappers, bro, I ever heard. I don't care what nobody say.
Before they was saying aura in this 2025,
yes,
he just got an aura.
Yeah,
he just got an aura.
He just one of them people, dog. Like we just like
Orlando's DMX.
Yeah, he gonna light up the.
I like that.
He gonna
like
light
his
up
energy is on 10, bro.
That's why I say KT is DMX. I think I posted this somewhere one time. KT to me is DMX. Woop is Lil Wayne. D-Boy is Nas. Mook Boy is Jay-Z. Tony Boy is T.I.
Ooh, I like that's fire. That's hard.
I'm not mad at that.
That's hard.
I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the Wayne part, but other
I
than that,
understand. I knew you was gonna feel
it's
that
straight.
way.
No, it's good.
You don't like Wayne?
Number 6. We gonna get to Wayne if we ever get through this list. Number 6 here. So we got Jig and Finesse number 10, Juvie number 9 by Mook. Number 8, we got Hot Boy Don't Need Time. Number 7, No Clutch and KT. Now we at number 6, right outside the top 5. Okay.
This is tough, man.
It's
this
tough
is
now.
Way too tough, bro.
It's tough. We have yet to mention. I don't think anybody from the East Side gonna make this list, but you know, so we don't got no Caskey on here, no.
It just don't feel like Orlando, man. And I like Caskey. Caskey really from where we from. To be honest.
Yeah.
But it just don't feel like Orlando, which is not a bad thing. But this is in Orlando. If we doing best songs of all time, then we can start talking about other shit. But as far as like it feel like Orlando, like if somebody be like, "What y'all listen to in Orlando?" and I'm gonna play these songs.
Do we sneak a solo strong song here at number 6?
You can. I honestly, I've never been a Strong fan, but I mean, you'd have to put him in there.
If the controversy is left out, like scratch off,
something like that.
He had a run.
Scratch off. I need a sack, another kilo. I'm trying to. Yeah, the man was going crazy at one point in time.
He got to be scratch off.
That scratch off, yeah. That scratch off was That scratch off was.
You missing one though. It wasn't.
Armstrong, pay your metro bill. But with Armstrong,
all you gotta do is chill. You know what I'm talking about?
Cause y'all used to listen to that shit on Elvin. Man, y'all used to listen to
Bro, what?
Or that y'all the one put me on. Y'all put me on to that.
Bro, we used to be all outside in the yard as soon as that new Strong dropped, bro. We what?
Yeah,
what?
y'all
Stemming
put
this pack, what?
Y'all put me on that like way back.
Floosh.
Breaking and entering.
Another kilo.
When they used to rap about breaking and entering and sell dummy bricks and shit.
3.5, I got it cheaper than the Migos. Yeah. He had to run. All controversy aside,
all controversy. We just talking about straight music. Straight music.
Contributed. And in that time,
you can't take it away.
Yeah, that was a time to be alive, bro. Yeah, if you was in the streets during that time, it's crazy work, but it just made the streets seem like fun, bro. Like it was not. But it was like the music that was coming out, bro. Like the street dudes really had the city like on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah. I'm with that. All right, number 6, Strong scratch off. Now we at the top 5. All right, we at the top 5 now. You want to go another Whoop here?
Pussy Nigga?
Yeah.
That's got to be in the top 5 somewhere.
Which one?
Pussy Nigga.
Yeah, that's top 3.
Yeah,
that's top 3.
That's
yeah.
real. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Okay. D-Boy Sweetwater.
Sweetwater's 3. No less than 3.
What about Fuck the Law?
Fuck the Law is 1 for me.
See, this crazy, right? Because we got Ballin.
Let's go 5. Let's go 5 for him. For Fuck the Law. We gotta.
Okay. All right.
We can't, man.
You don't want to put it on in there?
Listen,
it got to be 1.
Fuck the Law is number 1 for you.
Damn.
No, you can't. We can't.
I'm gonna tell you
that,
why though, man. Because
you can't
they
do
play,
that.
It was on the radio. Like I don't think.
He is balling.
I don't think people realize how big that song went.
It's a big song though. It's a big song. But you are the main person up here talking about Orlando. Dog, you throw Ballin' Baby right now, any Orlando crowd, whether it's a club, house party, niggas is singing word for word, verses, hooks, all of that. They can't do that with F the Law. Once you get to his verses, you gonna hear some mumbling here and there.
The hook-
I'm talking about word for
the hook
word
matter, though.
for
The hook-
Ballin'
Ballin'
Baby.
is
dog.
under
The
not
hook
Ballin'
matter,
is-
though.
And
Bro,
they
Ballin'
really
got one
rapping.
of the most
And they
amazing
really
hooks
rapping,
ever
dog.
written, bro.
Now, Ballin'
They got bars. They really rapping on that.
Ballin' is technically better.
Ballin' hook
Like
is
it's like by
phenomenal.
like as far as technical
But
musicality,
you trying to get an edge because of how massive Afterlaw was.
it was the first. It was that was the first Orlando rapper that was on this radio. Orlando radio, even though radio is a dying genre, but
Back then it wasn't. Though,
they
so I
still
understand.
they still don't play Orlando music on the radio.
Man, running around with Antonio
Nah.
Tarver.
Yeah, maybe one of the new boys got on there if somebody want to make that argument. But yeah, I understand. But maybe Poody. We didn't even mention Poody earlier, but maybe Poody one of them boys got on there.
Yeah, man, what's the song? I can't.
We could squeeze out the law a little later, but then that's what I'm saying. So if you saying, yeah, that ain't enough spots, so it got to be
is.
Woop right here. If you want to say that, it got to be Woop right here. Like you said, Sweetwater was number 2 for me, so I'm not comfortable putting number 5. But we are missing one song though. You know what I'm saying?
I get we could fuck the law at 5. We could do fuck the law at 5.
sure?
Yeah.
All right.
It's massive though, bro. For
It
me,
is,
that whole
though, dog.
album to drop, like if you from Orlando and you are like maybe younger or that album is amazing, bro.
He was rapping.
Link saying it paved the way, so it got.
That's my argument too, Link.
It's drop, nigga.
Cause he was rapping too.
Long and I ain't giving up no yards.
Cause I don't think people thought that they could be rappers in Orlando until that came out.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's come on, man, like from you on like shit from
Honorable mention Red Dog, Sunshine State.
shout out to Red Dog.
That song, I could listen to that song. That was the most, but it was more like a Florida song though. Is he from here?
Yeah, he's from here.
Okay, because that song is like,
well,
if you're from Florida, ooh, like he just described everything Florida. Like, man, that song just, oh man, it's so amazing, bro.
Yeah, Red Dog.
I love that song.
Shout out to Red Dog. He's a legend.
All right.
Another day up in
So
the
now
Sunshine State.
Now we at number 4.
I put that over G and Finesse, and be honest, but
Yeah,
but the Sunshine State by Red Dog.
I know
I know
about it.
it's an age out. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a different age group, but that's like a Florida song, bro. You got you got to drop the top, bro, and just ride through the city and just play that, bro. Like that man just telling you about Florida, bro. It's hard, but he ain't talking so much about Orlando as Florida, but he from here, so. But I no disrespect to Tony Boy, cause I mean I got Tony Boy playlist on my phone.
Facts.
I listen to so much Tony Boy.
Facts. Now number that's we put Granddaddy South at number 5. He top 5. All right. So now we at number 4. All right. Now you said Pussy Nigga by Woop need to be in the top 3.
Yeah.
It do. It gotta be. It gotta be, bro.
D-Boy Sweetwater gotta be in the top 3. What you saying?
Gotta be.
So we
what
got
would that leave us
Ballin'.
with? That's the top 3.
No, we put no
We put no clutch in that.
clutching at 7 is crazy
7.
work.
Yeah,
But
that's a little rough. I had that at number 5 myself.
I ain't
That's
gonna
a little
lie.
tough.
That's crazy work, but just listen, it's not fair, bro.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard though.
It's hard now.
It's just like one time I went to a club like in Palm Coast with Raylo, and he put that on. And Palm Coast is probably like 45 minutes away from here, and they put that on. Nobody knew it, so it's like it is just an Orlando. It might just be an Orlando staple, even though the remix had Plies on it.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only reason why it's lower on the list for me. Cause some of this shit is just Orlando shit. Most of it, just an Orlando feeling. You go to any club, they put on No Clutching. They put that shit at the end of the night. They gonna put No Clutching on like at 12:30. Yeah, like when they starting to rock.
That song come on, I damn that wanna. All right, y'all.
Cause the beat is like, yo.
You know, I don't be in the club. That song can make me be ready.
Let me ask you this, Jake. I know Black Nat gonna know. Do Poody need to be on this list though? Address it or Batman? You know the one he had with Then you got the one where he got Wayne on it. The remix. Do he don't need to be on here? Not necessarily.
Nah. I say this though. Poody is probably the most talented of the young cats in his age group.
Of the Hot Boy.
Like
Glocks.
yeah, the Hot Boy. He just was like
Over G9?
yeah.
I
like
never
Gino.
agree with
You
that.
don't think so?
No.
Nah, Poody was clearer. I think Glock9. First of all, I think they both like.
Okay, so I can say it like this, right? Poody's writing, like he can write in a way that's like very catchy. Like G9 is like a talented lyricist.
Yeah. Poody is like
with deep thoughts and everything, bro. Metaphors, analogies, reminiscing about the past. Like G9, it was a full spectrum artist, bro.
That's what both Glock9 and
not taking that away. Not saying Poody not, because he can get in that bag too and talk about his feelings. Poody's, they were right there in that trajectory with each other. So I don't want to do that like that. Because
they both are savants. I think that's the problem with Orlando. Like, is like we don't be like seeing like the real genius of like you got because those two. They like they genius level the way they, because both of them guys, well, I don't know a lot about Glock9 his process, but both of them guys don't really write that shit.
Poody can make a song.
Yep.
Poody can make a song, and I won't say one of them is like I was only refuting when you said the most. So that's it. I'm not trying to diminish either one of them to each other because they both are like phenomenal.
Yeah, they savants. They like genius level talent.
But like I done listened to a lot of G9, bro, and that dude is just like, it just seemed like effortless, bro. Like with Shot Caller with him and D-Boy.
Yeah, him and D.
And D-Boy was just like, they just caught up with him and got him in the studio and he dropped that verse, bro.
Yeah.
What?
They done put legit on here. Yeah. They done put legit on here.
I'm like, how you a big dog and you all
yo, bite.
Like all that
He
hoofing
snapped.
and that wolf and get you stepped on site. You dropped the ad in your
I just
location.
listened to that
You
yesterday.
be there by the night.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, then the beat dropped and he, like when the beat tempo, then he downshifted. It's like, oh my God, bro.
It's like they both talented. I think like, because Poody first time on the radio, I put him on the radio. The first time he was on the radio, his first radio interview was with me, DJ Rell, and some other people. When he was like 17, and the labels was calling. This before he got signed. He was like 16, 17. We had like this back when this meant something. But he had like 5,000 Facebook friends. Couldn't get no more Facebook friends, and he was like all this shit was just he was at that moment. Light Pole Baby. We had the CD and it said Light Pole Baby on it, and he just like. At that time, 16, 17, when he was about to blow, he just a star.
Everything's catchy, bro.
And that shit matters.
Everything is catchy. He don't even it ain't like he trying, bro. He just rap and catchy, bro. Yeah. That's a talent, bro.
Nah, for
everything's catchy.
For real. I tell you what, to help us here with this, we gonna put Vibe Now from Loose Cannon at number 10. And then we gonna push everything else down. Okay? So that leave us with the top 3. Instead of trying to come up with a new song, all right? Because Black did make an argument for Vibe Now anyway to make the list, and I do agree. So that leave us with the top 3, and we already done said the 3 songs, which is Pussy Nigga by Woop, D-Boy Sweetwater, and Ballin, Bae. Okay. Now what order y'all feel like we need to go here with the top 3?
Ballin is my number 1, bruh. Ballin is my number 1. Mook boy, take that girl shopping ASAP. A1 credit. Mook pay for all that. Hey baby, listen, let me put you on your A game. Something everywhere. That'll make me buy you everything. On block 20 piece, Mook can serve anybody. Mac 11 with a bean, Mook don't miss nobody.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Who was walking on water, bro?
Listen,
to this day though. Sweetwater just touched your soul when they play it, bro.
Sweetwater is different now. Now Sweetwater is different.
It just they play that in the club in a time where you're not supposed to play that in the club.
That type of
and
song.
Motherfuckers will just be like,
that's a different type of.
Yeah, that's Sweetwater.
D-Boy was
that's
in
Scars too. That's
Scars.
I love
Scars.
That's Scars.
Like a
but that's D-Boy, man. Bro, D-Boy is
pocket.
he's just grossly underappreciated, bro.
Yeah.
His catalog is just amazing.
Another like a fucking he like a genius, bro. Like if you ever met Mook Boy, he could tell. I mean not Mook Boy. If you ever met D-Boy, he could tell you the first time he met you.
So I never met neither one of them.
Like he'll be like, yeah, at that party, man. Yeah, man, you had on the red shirt. Like he one of those people. Like
he one of them cats. Like he was an old man when he was a little kid.
Yeah. He's one of those people. But like
he
Sweetwater.
He wise.
And
bro.
see, I thought I had it at number 2. You can see it right there. I thought y'all was gonna have a problem with that. You know what I'm
At
saying?
one?
Yeah, no, at number 2, at where
2?
I had it at, the Sweetwater. I thought y'all was gonna have a problem with that.
Nah.
'Cause that's just like one of my favorite songs
Cool.
in the history. Of
Yo, he
rap,
said- he
dog.
said-
it's
he
not
said-
even a single. It's not like
He said,
massive hit.
stab wounds from a close friend. That's the lesson.
Come on, man.
And the blood of Jesus for protection.
He said it's divine intervention, dog. Like it's got bullets at close range.
And if I'm going out, I'm going out in the blade.
My mama say I need to grow out of this phase.
Hold on, what he said? Hold on. And what was the next line? She don't want to die, but what he said before
She
that?
just want to live. How
Yeah,
you
but
gonna
before
explain
that, how you set it up? How you set it up?
You say my homegirl dying of AIDS.
And she don't want to die, man.
She just want to live. How you gonna explain that shit to her kids?
You know what I'm
She was
saying?
in love with. She gave the pussy.
Hold on, she was in love with a nigga, say he love her.
So she gave him the pussy no rubber. Screenshot that, baby.
And
No
then the
ID.
beat, and then
Yeah.
the beat went,
Yeah.
and he said, "Screenshot that." No IG.
Come on,
Come
D.
on, man. How you and you just like, come on,
Come
man.
on, D.
Hot dog died. That fucked up
Fucked up
my
my
street. The
streets.
same. The feds came through and what's up? I'm fucking the words up, but
Yeah.
it'll never be the same.
Yeah.
Still my nigga. When you dive in the block,
Hood die
dive
with you, Sweetwater.
Oh,
Come on, man.
God. Oh God.
And that sample just so crazy. I seen mainstream artists try to do that sample. It's just the way and with the drums. That shit just sound like he telling the story with the fire burning in one of them like still container. You know, like had a fire burning in the still container on the movies, and everybody huddled around it. He just telling stories.
Yeah.
I'm on Miley and Lean at
At the same time.
Glocko 30 hang time. I'm going home listening to that.
Oh man, bro, D-Boy's catalog is. The other day I was in the gym for 2 hours, bro, and only listened to D-Boy songs.
Yeah.
For 2 hours.
You can do that.
And the
Yeah.
playlist was way more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this Aventus, bro. That extra grams.
Yeah.
That extra grams.
Yeah.
Bro, that man just bro.
Yeah.
Like D-Boy is so soulful, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soulful, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
That's
music just
his superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
for
as
sure.
an artist, bro, that man's. I just feel like he just need a day, bro, in the city, like a D-Boy day, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't, bro.
Nah, we don't appreciate D-Boy enough at all.
Yeah, no,
I don't
he's solid
I don't
too,
even
man.
bring him up in enough like conversations
Yeah,
and
he's
talks.
solid.
Like,
Because it's
I
no
overlook
flash
him.
with D-Boy.
I overlook him myself.
It's just like truth, bro. Concise,
Yeah.
monotone. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking you right in your eyes, bro. I'm not blinking, bro. My tone is not changing. This is all coming from my heart and my soul, bro. Like it's just he ain't trying to.
Nah.
Everybody else got some type of flash on him.
And 1090 used to be 100.
But
Lately the shit don't add up.
Come on, man.
I
Yeah,
put
yeah,
dope on the skit.
I put dope on that DOA. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
From the mud. I mean, it just
From the
it's
mud.
just-
Yeah. From the mud.
Make
I
a
like that.
junkie smile because she happy that you blew up.
Oh man, come on,
on,
man.
man.
You don't know what it's like when the feds
Come
tell
on,
your
man.
crew up, bro. No, I do not know what it's
Yeah.
like. That's why the feds tell my crew up. Do you hear what he's saying?
For real.
Feds told my crew up, boy. We are outside.
Man.
Real.
Hey, I'm glad we was on the same page. I thought I was gonna have to fight for D-Boy.
Oh
man.
my God.
Nah,
bruh.
that's
I
some
thought
shit.
I was gonna have to put on the gloves, man.
And you could see in Pussy Nigga, you could play that. I feel like you could play that in every state where it's black people, bro.
Yeah, and
Nah,
they gonna
that went to another.
that went all
went to
over
another
that went all over the country, dog.
Yeah,
That song went all over the country.
Yeah, if you just go on his IG, you just see all these famous people like word for word, bro. Cardi B, Cardi B in the club rapping that joint word for
Again,
word.
dog, I was in school, dog. My old girl Essence, she be watching the show. She from New Jersey, dog. She know that song word for word, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that thing reached everywhere, though. But I think I like that 3-2-1. Black not 100% comfortable with that, but I like that.
No, I could take that because Sweetwater is just like that shit just near and dear to my heart, dog.
Yeah.
Because I know when he wrote that shit, it was near and dear to his heart, bro. When he said, "Man, my homegirl dying of AIDS,
Yeah.
and she don't want to die, she just want to live." How I'm gonna explain that shit to her kids? Cause she was in love with it. Say he love her, so she gave him the pussy no rubber. Screenshot that, man. No IG.
Come on, man. That's tough.
God, man.
That's come on, man.
That's tough.
How you gonna explain that shit to your kids?
That's tough,
Look,
man.
I was working, bro. I was
You
working.
left a shot on the table, man.
Oh yeah, shit.
I was working on the outskirts, dog, and I was in my truck, and I seen D-Boy walking by and going into the store, and I was like, D-Boy, you know what I'm saying? He came to the truck, and I was like, bruh, man, you probably don't know me, bruh, but like, bruh.
Oh, for real? You see him just a random? You just
Yeah,
seen
he
him
had
random?
on basketball shorts and the white tee, hair napping, chilling, bruh. I'm like,
And what you said to him?
I was just like, bruh, just like a huge like supporter, bro. Like your music, bro. Like he said, my Jason. He said, I know you, Jason.
Damn. That's that memory you was talking about, though. That's crazy.
He like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, damn, bro. That was like, yeah, bro. That made my day, bro. Cause
yeah.
one thing Black know about me, I don't look at these guys like local artists, bro. They're superstars to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to put that stuff together like that, bro, and to be on a consistent run over a decade, putting out hits, bro. Like, I get frustrated sometimes that they don't have a day, you know, of Woop and D-Boy and Tony of these people being celebrated. Like, they consistently giving us music for over a decade, bro. They heart and they soul telling us about their ups, their downs, their family. Somebody, honorable mention, Somebody Check on Me by Tony Boy.
Somebody check on me.
It's one of the greatest songs ever written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he
ever written, bro.
When he dropped that, he came up here when we was doing the Eric Nationals up here. He came up here and talked about it. But like Tony Boy, D-Boy, Mook Boy, Woop, even Loose Cannon, even Smoke, JuJu,
Yeah, man.
Trap, lot of Key, where they just like
Yeah, a lot of kids
great
don't get talked about either.
great songwriters.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how hard it is to write a song?
Yeah.
Especially like
Hold on, then. Who is that? What about Leak Baby?
Leak Baby.
Leak Baby.
Leak Baby is just, he talented.
He's
but,
talented, dog.
But it's like Leak Baby and like KT and these guys, without saying too much, they just like they don't have like this delusion of like getting rich from rap. And I'll leave it at that. So but like
Leak Baby is 100% from the field on features, by the way.
Yeah, he's
that
a beast.
wave up, dog.
He's never missed.
That shit is so
he doesn't
tough,
miss. If
dog.
you put Leak on your feature, he will never miss.
That way up is so tough. For like just a regular song, that shit is so tough. If you ain't heard Way Up, dog, by Tony Boy and Leak, baby, you gotta listen. That shit, they
well, fine, you get whoopers and you ain't buy
Come on, man.
Nah, that man.
Well, fuck, you got whoopers if you ain't fight, man.
That man 100% from the field on all
Come on,
features,
man.
bro.
Dog, my granddaddy baby go out there and fight Mike Johnson every single day and get my ass whooped, dog, until I won, dog. It did switch schools, though. Come on, man.
And
that boy snap.
Let me say something about Tony Boy too, since we here. Tony Boy, the way that he takes pride in like creative license to like make an actual video.
Yeah.
That shit matters.
That's
dog.
not normal here.
Yeah.
That's not
that
a
shit
normal
matters.
occurrence.
Sweet Home West Orlando.
Yeah.
Way Up. Can't Complain.
Yeah.
These are like major videos, bro.
They put thought.
Jit Story.
He be putting his own money into go to Tony Boy's YouTube and just watch his videos, and you're gonna be like, damn, this guy.
You know who else did that?
That Jit Store should have been like trapped in a closet.
You know who
bro.
else did that?
Like
who I thought that was the first one to do it in Orlando, and we didn't even mention his name today? P.I. Bang.
P.I. Bang.
I felt like his visuals, dog, when he started doing his visuals, they was next level versus what was out here.
He has more capital.
P.I. had
Shout out to P.I. Bang.
He had more capital. No, I love that term. Hey, but
he was
for
on
real,
the radio, bro. He had that trap keep jumping. It was like that.
P.I. had a run, huh?
It was on the radio. It was in rotation.
Just as an artist.
Yeah, it was in rotation.
Yeah.
And he was always cool. I used to see him. I used to be outside, and I always used to see him, man. It was always love.
Yeah.
Shout out to P.I.
Shout out to P.I., man. We got to move on, but I think we did good with that segment, though. I think we got a strong team.
That was tough, man. Please, nobody.
We gonna put this out on the when we put it out on the socials. You know, they gonna whatever. But I think we did a fair job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was. I think that's a solid list, man.
I want to pull us all one shot here just for the.
If you go, man,
I'm just stressed out, bro. I just love all these artists so much, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
And let me say, Loose Cannon Takeoff.
Yeah.
His catalog is unbelievable.
It is.
His catalog is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like,
he's another one of the most
go by
underrated
and you know like knowing Loose Cannon from the beginning. I know Loose Cannon from.
Play Loose Cannon playlist in the gym, bro.
Now, it
you might pull something, bro.
I don't know how Loose Cannon is right now, but I know for like a 7-year span, he recorded 3-5 songs a night every single night.
No, he work over there.
See, Snoop made him a bet that he couldn't do that. Not that he couldn't. Could he do 100 songs in a month, bro? He did 100 songs in a month.
Yeah.
And Snoop, he said that's when he turned him into a monster.
Nah, he's a beast.
He said he turned him into a monster, bro. Bro, it's only 30 days in a month.
That's it.
Yeah. I seen the grind. I seen Loose Cannon grind.
Loose be snapping.
To all the artists, bro, in a city that's really putting on for the city, really giving us, bro, everything they got, man. We appreciate you.
Facts. Big facts. All right, let's move it along here. Once again, you guys are still on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. But today we got Jason and Just Black in the building. We're gonna run through a couple of quick topics here, and then we'll close out on the NBA Finals. All right. Did y'all see this, man? Clarissa Shields going at Angel Reese because, of course, Angel Reese won the BET Sports Woman Award.
That's fair.
And basically,
I support it.
She didn't call her out or say anything completely negative. She's just like, I felt like I deserve that over Angel.
Yeah, she said I thought that it's supposed to be about accolades, and I know Angel won it 3 years in a row.
Yeah,
which is crazy because she's a terrible.
Well, the first one she should have won. I felt like coming out the college championship.
Yeah, nah, that was big.
You know what I'm saying?
that was big,
Beating
and like
Caitlyn
she always say, please don't just say Caitlyn. Like that WNBA, that big hype train. Angel Reese was a giant part of that.
A huge part of that. Pink always talk about that.
I want y'all to stop, man. I want y'all to stop.
No, you can't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Not that.
Cause even like, bro, even in wrestling growing up, the wrestler you hate is just as important as the wrestler you love.
Where's my camera? No.
And it's like, bro, if you see all the hate that she get online, bro, that's impressions.
Yeah, but that's now number one. First of all, the hate, her getting hate online, all attention is good attention, especially in the land of social media. But the only thing I didn't like about the Clarissa Shields thing is her getting upset because she don't. If you ever watch the BET Awards or any award show, but the BET Awards is more flagrant because they give ridiculous awards. I remember when Jennifer Hudson was on Dreamgirls. She didn't have an album out though. She won like R&B Artist of the Year.
Yeah.
Like that's what they do. Glorilla just won the Gospel Single of the Year because she got Kurt Franklin on the song and she got a letter to God about like dating Batman. And that's her God. This song is literally about her choosing bad men and she talking to God about it. And Kurt Franklin is on the hook or something like that.
If BET feel like you need something, deserve something, but you can't get it in the lane that you in, yeah, they'll just create something.
I understand.
Asia could have. I mean, if that was the case,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
think Asia's leading WNBA in every major category.
They don't give her no pub at all
because
she gets zero pub.
Angel Reese is not a good basketball player.
No, she's not.
So like that's where it comes from.
She's not.
She's really not though. That's not even because there are dope ass great.
She deserves to be in the league. Don't get me. No, I mean she's a professional basketball.
She deserves.
She's not a bad basketball player.
Jason, I'm not even being funny. I'm not trying to dog this young lady.
She's not good.
I'm protecting black women.
I mean, it's fair to say she's not bad, I guess, but she's not.
I'm down to protect black women. She's not a good basketball player, dog.
You down to protect?
She's not a good basketball player, but That matters not. See the thing about the WNBA.
He's 17 and 17.
Shit, she gonna give you
In her dream, she gonna give you 10 and 14,
maybe 10,
and she gonna shoot 37% from the field, and that's from layups.
and that's like you are blessing her.
Yeah.
From that. That's a healthy number. That she really
missing
under
missing that many layups, and you being the person on the marquee where they put your face up and they put
That's
Caitlin
nuts.
Clark on there.
That's nuts.
They smoke a lot of layups in the
That is
WNBA.
nuts.
Though. They smoke a lot of layups in the rec. Yeah, man, it's tough.
But that's why it's not
tough, man.
It's
that's
tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
it becomes a joke when you when she's the athlete. They could have made up an award to give her, because I understand, because here's behind the scenes of like an award show. It's not about the awards. It's about getting people to watch it. So you want the stars to come, so you give them awards.
Like viral sports
Yeah,
woman,
yeah.
or viral
Or like
sports
Iron Woman of the world. Like it just make up a like when BT wanted to get Michael Jackson to come, they made up an award. The icon.
when they gave Jamie the ultimate icon.
Yeah, that's not a real thing.
Yeah, it don't even. It's just like, bro, you are like a national treasure, bro.
Yeah.
So here we made
gonna
up
give
an
you this.
award just for you, the ultimate icon.
Because the BET Awards this was the first time the BET Awards has been good in like 15 years.
It was good, man.
They had
I had to take y'all word for it. I didn't watch.
all
Didn't watch.
I
It
just
was good.
I just seen the
I
clips.
enjoyed it.
I
I'll say this. I definitely enjoyed
I
it.
heard good things, man.
But they had all the stars.
The Jamie Foxx moment
Yeah.
was really dope. They had. I don't think anybody performed bad. I think all the performances was good.
They went nostalgia though. They went like 2005 and before.
Can't go wrong with that.
Because now and people don't perform no more. It's not talent is like it's the lowest accepted commodity now. You just gotta be popular.
Yeah.
But
So I listen to a lot of mid-major artists.
And also like, I'm on the Jamie thing. I know he got it because he almost died, but I do appreciate that it did give it to him at a younger age than they usually do. Usually they be 70, 80 years old by the time they give him.
Jamie's 60,
achievement
bro.
award.
You know that, right? He's 60.
He older than Jay-Z?
Yeah. Jay-Z's close
I
to
didn't
60.
know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Jamie was like
Nah.
early mid 50s.
He's
I
60.
thought he's like early mid 50s.
He's let me look at it.
Yeah, from the Jamie Foxx show to the last special he did, dog, this man has been nothing but a national treasure, bro.
Man, Jamie is.
You know what I'm saying?
Jamie's
like-
57.
Yeah, from
Okay.
from
I would've
from
said 54,
Ali to
55.
Collateral to
But he's supposed to get an award.
everything.
He is. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate that.
I don't have a problem with even Angel Reese getting an award, but like saying like female athlete of the year, that's kind of like tone deaf. Like she's not like the female athlete of the year. You can say the most popular female athlete right now, like
popular, yeah.
because Clarissa Shield gonna have a case because Clarissa Shield has got like 17 belts.
She putting shit down.
She got like a biopic. She had a movie that came out about her life. You know, she didn't promote it well. They didn't promote it well, but it was in theaters.
I love Clarissa Shields.
But like to give Angel Reese an award, like sportsmanship, that's like you telling us like, oh, this is a joke. Like this is not like real. It's not real.
No, that's
Like
real.
we trying to bring a fan base to the award show. Yeah.
Even though they don't have a fan, like remember when we was pretending like we liked WNBA like a few years ago, like when Caitlin Clark and her first came into the league, they was like, yeah, we gonna be really into the games now.
Yeah.
And then we watch the games and we be like,
This is why we
don't watch this shit.
Yeah.
Man, it's tough, man. Bruh, it's so tough, bro. It hurts, bro. It hurts my feelings, man.
It ain't tough. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I
I
mean,
tried, dog.
Yeah, I did too.
Pink didn't even try, but I tried.
Because you can't sell it.
I tried.
You can't sell a product where there's already a product that's better. Like what you can see, like
I don't know. That's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
Coca-Cola was already existing, and they got, you know what I mean.
No, but it's that Coca-Cola. It's like I'm talking about. Like it's objectively better. Like you can look at it and see, oh, these people. It just looks better than this product. So
that's why like the other football leagues haven't worked. Like
The
'cause the NFL
WNBA, it literally looks like skilled 12-year-olds playing basketball.
Hey, come on.
No, it does, and that's not even a diss. Because on the flip side of the coin, you have like these.
There's some ballers in the WNBA. Bro.
I'm not saying they can't hoop. It just doesn't. It just doesn't.
Enrique.
It just doesn't look exciting.
Yeah, Asia.
No, they can play. I'm not. You know, I'm not one of those people that be
I
like.
get what you're saying, but the product is not like super entertaining.
Yeah, it's like see, like if you look at like female tennis and male tennis, the product looks the same.
Yeah.
So then you can see the competition.
Yeah.
But if you take like that's why the WNBA does themselves a disservice by comparing themselves to the NBA because it's a different business entirely.
And then you know what I like about tennis too? Because like even like at the height of Serena, they would ask Serena like silly questions like, so if you were to face off against whoever the top male tennis guy at the time, the guy with the long last name that started with a D or whatever, the Djokovic or whatever, she'll be like, oh no, he'll wipe me out. There's a difference between da. But then you got some of the WNBA players like they're entertain that shit. Like JuJu will entertain. I'm not JuJu, but Angel will entertain like her versus Bronny, and then other WNBA.
And that's
players,
not honest. That's not an honest conversation.
I've seen them entertain that shit. It's not. Yeah, come on, man.
It's not honest.
Keep it real for 2 seconds and keep it moving past the conversation like it's not even a thing.
And they shy away from all the things that made the NBA great. They shy away from storylines. We're basketball players. Nah, the way you make money is create storylines, and entertainment, and that's why like people would be like, don't put Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark together against each other. No, that's how you make money.
Yeah,
I've always said this. I'm gonna say this and
it's
move
a tough
on.
Product.
I've always thought they should go to panties and bra or something like that.
Man.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. That's worse than anything I said. That's worse than anything I said.
I've always said that. I really think they
You're not allowed to say that. I don't approve of that.
boy shorts, at least boy shorts.
I don't approve of that.
Bro.
But you would watch.
Nah. I was just with a WNBA player last night.
You would watch.
She's a very pretty girl, but I wouldn't want to see her in bra
That's
panties.
terrible.
She would want to see them in bra panties. But no.
I would watch.
Nah, I wouldn't watch that.
Yeah,
Alright,
man.
Moving along.
I seen Brittany Griner shirtless. It's like watching them.
Cause that's a whole nother.
That's another thing. But some of them got that thing behind them now.
I heard that was like AI.
Very few. No, she really don't have no titties.
Some of them got that thing behind them.
Very few.
Yeah, but I'll be interested in finding out. But that's okay. Now I don't know if y'all saw this, right?
You like studs, huh?
My favorite one is gay. My favorite WNBA player is gay.
Brittany Griner.
Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, it's 70-30. It's 70-30.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about.
She fine, bro. She's super dope.
She can hoop too.
Yeah, she probably
It's 70-30. They all gay.
Did y'all see this, dog? DeMarcus Cousins. Now, DeMarcus Cousins was in a Puerto Rico league. This was like a couple of days ago. All right, he got into it with a fan.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
You know what I mean? Now, today the news came out that he's been suspended for the rest of the season, fined a few grand there, and the Puerto Rico team terminated his contract.
Yeah,
all right.
money.
Now this is where it started, and this is where he really began to snap when he was going to the locker room, and the people gonna be throwing juice at him and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he earned that though.
Yeah.
Boogie, come on, bro.
He earned that.
He trying to malice in the palace.
You know what I'm saying? Now look at this, because John Morant did this too. Not John Morant. Yeah, it was John Morant. One of them. Watch what he do right here. I don't know what this about.
Yeah, he just flicked him off, and you can't do that.
He grabbed his meat first.
He grabbed his meat.
Yeah.
What is that about?
He did like that. Yeah.
Y'all remember when bro did that in the NBA? It wasn't John Morant. It was one of them.
Westbrook, was it?
Nah, it wasn't Westbrook. I'll get the name soon.
Nah, I ain't never
But
seen nobody grab nobody's dick.
Yeah, he grabbed his own. Yeah.
He grabbed his own?
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
he grabbed his
NBA.
meat then,
And then DeMarcus, I don't know where they get that from, because I don't know what that means. Like, I mean, I know what they're saying, like, my thing bigger than yours.
Nah, it's just the ultimate disrespect.
Yes,
bro.
he inviting them to his dick. Like,
it's just the ultimate disrespect.
not for he said suck my dick.
Yeah, it's just the ultimate
Okay, like that.
Yeah.
And it's because DeMarcus has been on. He did a podcast run before this season started. So he's on like a lot of the major podcast platforms. And one of his main things he was talking about is why teams wouldn't give him another shot, another chance. Like, oh, the league just conspiring against me, and this coach don't like me, and then they blackball me. Like, no, man, this is why.
Yeah.
This is why they don't want you in the NBA. Like, you're talented. You one of the first, like, really, I ain't gonna say one of the first, but he was a big man that can play in the modern era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He could shoot. He had a post game,
but he got hurt.
Good mid range.
Before that injury, he was.
He one of those guys though that where right before that big deal he got hurt.
Yeah.
So then the league don't really know what to do with you.
Yeah.
Because like you can't. That's like Isaiah Thomas. Like he got hurt right before he was supposed to get a big deal.
Yeah.
So
Little
Isaiah. Yeah, Little Isaiah.
Yeah.
So then it's like you do for like that. You do for that max basically, and then now.
Yeah, they did him dirty because they let him play hurt, and then it was like, hey,
Yeah.
we can't. Hey, sorry, man, it's a business.
Yeah. But
so-
that attitude too, man, play a major part, man.
Yeah, because you can't do that.
Nah,
There's no justification.
Boogie's cooked.
No, because again, that's like going back to the WNBA thing. That's a part of the game. That's the crowd being hostile and flicking you off, calling you names.
Yeah.
And you scoring and shutting them up, and you talk even if you're talking back to them. That's a part of the game. So like when people like shun away the parts of the game that actually makes the money, then that's stupid.
It's real stupid. I like what Westbrook do now. Westbrook, when somebody say something out of pocket to him, he'll go to the security, but hey, yo, so and so say he done did that like 4 or 5
That's
times
what
this
LeBron
year
do.
alone.
Yeah.
LeBron too.
be like,
It's
get
a
him
couple
up,
of-
them
get him
two.
on up out of there.
LeBron be
Yeah.
like, them two right there.
Yeah.
Now it appeared to be like snitching, but
Shout
if
out
they-
Westbrook too.
if they really do say something crazy, that's how you hurt a fan. Cause
Yeah.
then you get kicked out the game.
You get
if
banned
they say
for
something
life.
real crazy, you'll
You
get
get banned for life.
either for the season or for life. That's how you hurt a fan. Dog.
Yeah.
But going up, because like you really ain't even touch them or hurt them, so you really only hurt yourself.
Yeah, because now you
fucked your whole money up.
because you over there playing because you need that money.
Yes,
Your
yes.
lifestyle demands that money.
Yeah. Now he on the platforms talking about I love traveling and that's why
No.
Nah.
You got it.
You need that money.
And there's nothing wrong with that because
There's
there's
nothing wrong
ton of
with that.
overseas players that's getting that
Yeah.
bread over there because the money is pretty good over there.
Russ just opened the door for something new.
Well, that ain't official, but they
Ain't
did
official.
offer
Oh, no?
it to him. Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't take it. He got another year or two left in the NBA, but they just letting him know like,
Oh,
hey,
I thought
this
he
is
retired.
over
He
here.
didn't retire?
Nah,
He ain't
Oh,
retired.
that was
Brooke
fake.
got
Okay,
another
I
year or
thought I
two.
seen some
No,
stuff
but they
online
did
about
offer it, and I do think it's gonna be sitting there for him when he do get done with the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that
Man, I'm about to be done tomorrow. For these 150.
for that, yeah.
But that's
what I'm
only-
saying?
Denver ain't give you no 150.
Nah, nobody.
He on the vet man.
Yeah, he done.
that's
He done
out.
with
He
big
gonna be
deal.
on the vet
That's
man.
out.
But every player because what happened is they build probably not Russell because Russell owned like car dealerships and shit. Like Russell is very business savvy, but a lot of those guys, especially like somebody like Demarcus, because not to count nobody's pockets, but he done developed a lifestyle that requires $100,000 a month to live.
Yeah.
60,000, especially like somebody like him where he was like, yo, you're about to and then after this year's over, you about to go sign a 9-figure deal.
Yeah.
And then now that 9-figure deal goes away, and then you already done developed a lifestyle that requires you to spend $3 million a year to live.
Facts. No. Big facts. Now, one more before we get to the to final talk real quick. Wanted to give a shout out, man, to our guy, JuJu, man. Okay, so, of course, we all saw this post on Facebook. Really grew up listening to Wayne, and he made it on the Carter 6, man, as with a writing credit.
Well, this man.
Somehow.
bro. It's so funny, bro. You seen the comment I left?
Nah, I
And he
did.
commented back, too.
What you
I
said?
man, ain't no somehow, bro. I seen you literally go out there and make that shit happen.
Made
Yeah.
it happen.
He talking about, somehow just make it sound more something.
Yeah.
Like, something he said I can't think, bro. But that man told me how he went out there and was like, he was about to have to come home. He was like, somebody gonna give me a job. He went to an event, bro. Went to networking, got an interview, bro. Like got a job, like.
You talking about his initial time over there?
Yeah, bro. That man really was like,
He
I'm
came on our
finna come
podcast
out
and
here
talked about it.
make something shake, bro. And
Yeah.
it's been up from there. Like
It's been up ever since. And what's funny about that is because
JuJu different, bro.
Yeah.
Jason sent me. I had never heard of Smoking JuJu ever. I had never. heard
Yeah, he
him
put me on
at
Smoking
this time.
JuJu.
And he put me like, bro, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. He sent me the tape. Month or two go by, I didn't listen. And he hit me back. Yo, you listen to that Smoking JuJu yet? I was like, nah, I ain't gotta listen, bro. I'm telling you, gotta listen. And that's when I heard it. And I've been like stuck on them boys ever since, dog. And yeah, JuJu, man, super. That's crazy. That's what's up.
Thought I was in love
That's what's up.
once. False alarm. Took the money I saved up for a ring, put that on the charm. Yeah, man, come on, bro. That mood swings is if the city appreciated artists like JuJu and Smoke more,
Yeah.
that's on mood swings. It'll be honorable mention, bro. That's a phenomenal song.
Nah, they
by Smoke and JuJu.
genius level, like genius
Yeah.
level talent, bro. That's crazy, man. He went out there and did that shit, man.
Those guys are lyrics. Those guys are like super creative.
Yeah.
Lyrical, like sitting around them dudes and watching how they put music together, bro, and how they conceptualize albums, bro, they're it. They're it. And I don't want to say, but boy, if you get with Smoke and see if he'll let you hear what he been working on.
He hit me and say he was gonna play what he working on.
It's the and I listen to all Smoke stuff. I know damn near all of it verbatim, bro. It's the best work by far. It's like
now you ain't have to go out of your way and say that now. So I'm gonna be expecting that now.
He made a quantum leap from even how good he was a couple years ago, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
Bro,
I love that Ray Sean Brown album.
It's unbelievable.
That Ray Sean Brown album, I get the same feeling from it that I do like listening to that trap album. Like that Ray Sean Brown don't got a lot of skips, dog.
No, actually immaculate.
Don't got a lot of skips.
Both those albums, they immaculate. They immaculate pieces of work.
Don't got a lot of skips, dog. I love that Ray Sean Brown. I go back to it every once in a while.
I always
and you saying it's better than that?
What? Bro, when you hear,
okay,
bro, it's like he just making you, bro, your face gonna twist up every other line is like a
So I hope the production match. At the production match, he gonna have something.
Bro, he had talked about releasing it, so like he really been on some like nip victory lap, like fine tooth comb, cutting twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's just really been trying to make this like his magnum opus, bro. He really got it. And when
that's dope.
but it's phenomenal. It's out of here, bro. It's
now
outrageous.
Let's pod for a quick second here. Okay. Now I know y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all heard this song. Jelly Roll is on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
You got Wayne doing his verse.
Mm-hmm.
Big Sean doing his verse.
Mm-hmm.
That's the song. So who JuJu writing for? What we gonna pod or what we gonna do?
Nah, I ain't gonna go.
We ain't gonna pod. All right, we don't gotta pod today. We done podded enough. We an hour and 30 minutes in. We done podded enough. So we don't gotta do no more podding.
I'll say this because I don't know the behind the scenes shit, but what I will say is because people have this idea about rappers write all their music, they come up with all their concepts, they write all their hooks. That's not the way. Anybody who raps at a high level and they have longevity, it doesn't work like that.
You be trying to explain that to folks on Facebook.
They really don't get it.
And they really don't.
They really don't get it, and it doesn't. And what I will say is, first of all, Big Sean be looking out, and this is just from the outside looking in, just because I know JuJu, so I can see it. But Big Sean be looking out, like he be having JuJu in everything.
Yeah.
Like so, JuJu, like you see a couple videos, JuJu in the video. You see like. You'll see when Big Sean was doing promo for his last album, he was doing like the big content creators, like the content creator, the dude who does Jordan, who does like where he talking to his phone
in the bathroom, like type thing.
JuJu was like right there, like in that, like so like
he's everywhere, yeah. Royce, everybody,
he with Royce, all those people. So
everywhere.
Artists like that, what they'll do is when they creating, they'll give people credit who helps them cultivate an idea. It doesn't mean that I need your help to write. It doesn't mean that I can't write it. So, and if you know JuJu, if you really listen to JuJu's music, JuJu is like, he's so creative that a lot of the shit that he put in his music you'll miss.
Yeah.
Cause like you'll listen to JuJu shit, you be like, who's singing in high pitch? You like, that's me. Who's that singing in the dark? Oh, that's me. Who's that making like nails on the chalkboard? Oh, that's me. So like he's one of those people where like it's different layers to writing music at that level. So like let's say this is hypothetical because like I said I don't know who write what. But if Big Sean write this elaborate 16 and then JuJu goes, hey, you just don't put and don't put the in that because it makes the verse long and it kind of throws off the one and the two. Somebody like Big Sean who's been around and is and understands like, oh, that was a part of the creative process. You deserve a writing credit.
I wanted you to finish. I didn't want to cut you off. But, yeah, I watched the old Kanye doc, not the one that's on Netflix, but the older one.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, that's exactly how Kanye would do. That's why when you see, like, Kanye's songs and it be all these ton of writers, because that's exactly what he do. If you add anything to the environment, he's going to give you a writing credit. You know what I'm saying? Like and whatever. If you add anything to that environment while they making the song, he gonna give you a writing credit.
Cause I got a homeboy that got I got a homeboy that he got like a credit on Kanye shit, right? And it was like the way he told the story, but it's basically like Kanye like, damn, what's that? He like, oh, this the new Balenciaga, woody woo. And then he was like, damn. And then Kanye, the line was something about like this jacket, $700, and he was talking about his jacket, so he got a credit as a creative credit. So like sometimes like people like even like with I'm Jay got something to say, but even like it was an old documentary where like Kanye is like saying this song's gonna be like this. He talking to Jay. The song's gonna be like this, and then you gonna say live from you gonna say this, and then you gonna rap your verse. So basically, Kanye gave him the first 4 bars because it's a concept. It's not he didn't give him 4 bars because Jay-Z need help writing. It's like no, the song is about this, and this is how this song is gonna be cohesive. If the first 4 bars is this, and my first 4 bars is this. Yeah. It doesn't mean that Jay-Z needs help from Kanye to write a record.
Exactly. It's not what people. Yeah, like I actually Studio 18 over here in Winter Park. I actually went to it was like a writing camp, like a weekend writing camp.
Oh damn!
And it was like in the different studios, you can go in the like one room I was in, it was like at least 10 people in there. Mm-hmm. It was at least 10 people in there. It was a bunch of producers. It was like writers, rappers, singers, and like they had a meeting at first of people that put it together who was actually part of Luxury Lane, who they produce for Isaiah Falls, and they actually go tour with Rod Wave as these are like cats that I know, like
official,
cool cats. They music for a lifetime, like job, like I've been doing music my whole life. Type of people, man, phenomenal people. And so when we all first met up, he said, listen, this is about making
the best
big songs. Yeah. This is about making big songs. If we can make a big song, then it can open the door for a lot of things. This ain't about your ego, my ego, who write this, who write that. If we can go into one of these studios and make a hit song,
it matters.
Yeah.
Like we make a hit song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's writers that they can walk right past you in Publix, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't gotta know who they are, but the people that know who they are.
Yeah. I was just with a kid. He wrote on Katy Perry, Justin Timberlake. He's unassuming white, but keep going. Like
and it was like, bro, yeah, it'd be a lot of like cats who you think you know what soul look like and you be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's like you got a person over here they producing a track right here fresh. You got a person that's just working on a melody like without even words. Mm-hmm. So a person might come up with a melody that everybody likes, and then the writers start throwing words in to fit the melody.
Right.
You feel me? Like, bro, it's like an organic process of like people creating something together.
Right.
And old girl might be the one singing it. Old boy might back her up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Does a rapper have a verse? Like, I was just fascinated with it. It was my first time going to a writing camp, so I was just sitting and soaking up everything. And like,
the process. When
it was over with, my boy was like, G Blizz, shout out G Blizz. They've done some production for me too. And he was like, Jason, why you didn't, bro? You're amazing, bro. Why you didn't throw in the input, bro? I was like, man, I was just, you know what I'm saying, chilling, but it was like they was welcoming. No idea was stupid.
Right.
Let's try it. If we like it, we keep it. If we don't, we don't. But you really gotta like take your ego and like put it to the side.
Right.
Because if it doesn't fit, it doesn't mean that you're trash. It just doesn't mean it doesn't fit the concept for this song. You feel me? So it was like that's what these artists do. Yeah. So you see more than one. This person might have just came up with a melody. I might have just came up with a melody pass, and then Black put words
to it.
And
that's
then you said, dang, that'll be harder if you add this. You feel me? So literally, when I produced with them, I was like, man, when I wrote this, I was thinking like this. So now the producers are like
creating,
they're like finding sounds, bruh, and like playing what I'm telling them I hear in my head.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, bro, like literally, bro, like we all have to go on the credits of this song.
Because y'all both created. That's like, let me say this for anybody who be doing it like, oh, he don't write this. There is no rapper ever in life that has had longevity. I mean, 5 to 10, 15, 20 years, who has not worked on a collaborative effort for music, especially if they have like major records.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way. Because if you only just making, because let's say you are an artist, you're a rapper, right? And you get some hits. You want to run, you just in the pocket, you want to run 3-5 years, you want to run, which is why most people, even your favorite rappers, they had like a 3 to 5 year run, because at some point your creativity becomes old, and meaning
Outdated.
right, meaning like you need a
like
new
when
level.
They got with Cudi, or when
Right.
they got with Travis Scott, or you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
it's for
Bring
a
in
reason.
Some fresh breath, you know what I'm saying? A fresh take, a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of ears.
Yeah.
Because you're not able, and when I say old, I don't mean that it's bad. I don't mean that it's people. It just means that people will get tired of hearing the way that you look at your creativity.
You can't just keep putting soul beats out there with a sped up.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
We heard that for the last. You made it something like that for
Right.
everybody while it was hot. What you got now?
What you got now?
When he came out with Yeezus, I loved it.
Right.
I saw a lot of mixed reviews online, but sonically, Yeezus is phenomenal
Right.
to me. You know, if you don't agree, I understand. He went a place where nobody thought he would go.
You're right.
Exactly.
And
I felt
you know
the
what?
same about 808s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can follow an artist where he going because I'm not like confining them to when I fell in love with
They
them.
old, yeah.
Like I respect you to evolve.
Right.
You feel me? Like you gonna lose me if you keep on making the same album over and over and over. You might keep a core set of people, but I'm not gonna be one of
Right.
them.
You need to be able to like that's like when the Drake shit came out with the Quentin Miller shit, and so they had like these leaked tracks, and people who don't know anything about music, they be like, oh look, he stole this. And then if you listen to the Quentin Miller records and then what Drake did to those records, you'll say, oh, Drake is a genius, because those records that Quentin Miller created, they're not hit records.
Yeah.
It's literally Drake like, okay, I could do something with this. So it's literally somebody like it's like when you a chef and you got people who prep everything for you.
Yeah.
The only thing you did was put the recipe together and serve it, and they like, but you're the chef. So like that shit matters. So that's why you'll have somebody like Big Sean or whoever who will meet somebody like JuJu, who is like, people haven't even seen like the tip of the iceberg with JuJu's creativity.
Yeah.
So you need like that. Sometimes you just need a fresh pair of eyes. That's like if you write a book, you give it to somebody else who write books, and they be like, "What you think of this?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, the climax is kind of weak because I saw it coming, and then it doesn't the continuity from the beginning of the show. This makes no sense."
But let me ask you this though: can he get stuck in character?
Who?
Like Saha the Prince and all these, like JuJu. You know how Saha the Prince? I think he's really dope. I think he could really rap, but I think he got stuck in the character.
You think Saha care about getting stuck in the character?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Cause he began his career. Cause I was in Atlanta when he began his career. As a solo artist.
Yeah.
And then sort of like JuJu, he just got in the mix, in that Kanye mix, and then all of a sudden now he's just a writer. And it was hard for him, and it's other guys too. It's hard for you to get out of that character.
You heard No Church on Sunday?
Yeah.
Honestly, Saha, to me, he did it both ways, to feed his soul and to be rich. So he got rich by writing the songs for Kanye, and then he put out a album that's just me. Like this, I don't care if you
But
listen
it
to
didn't
it.
stick.
But
yeah. I ain't let you finish. But yeah.
Because an artist who loves to be an artist will spend all his time being an artist. The only thing is cost money. So you have to be an artist and get paid for it. But that's the juxtaposition, because no artist wants to sell their art. Michelangelo didn't want to sell his art. So to have to sell your art and be true to your art is a hard thing to do.
Even and I don't mean to cut you off because I just keep thinking about people. Even Kim, You know
Kim, yeah.
Kim is he's stuck in that the dude from Houston, Texas. He's stuck in that circle.
With Trey the Truth.
With Trey the Truth. Like I feel like you can get get stuck in
like
character.
I think Kim, his pen is ridiculous, but he always sounded kind of like
He hadn't found Kim.
Kanye Lamar. You know what I'm saying? He always sounded like Kendrick West to me. You know what I mean? But his pen is phenomenal. I mean, I saw him. I wanted to buy his album. He gave me his actual phone number and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep in touch with you when the Polymath come out." That's if you know anything, that's how far I date back with him. Yeah. But he did sound like he sounded very much probably like his favorite artist. Yeah. You know what I mean? But his lyrics were his own. But not even sound. He sounded like other people.
Not even so much of making it or not. But as far as I'm just saying, once you get started with writing for like you, and that's your big break. For you as a local artist or whatever.
I mean, you could do it. Sir have done it.
Can you come out of it?
Yeah, Sir, St. John.
St. John was a writer.
Of course. He wrote for Beyonce.
Rihanna.
St. John ain't get rich from being St. John.
That's a little different for me though. That's a little different. I'm talking about like
Sir
rap
as well. Oh, well,
I'm talking about in the rap
but
genre.
Probably every major artist for a long time. Like 50 Cent was a writer. And then he had his run.
I felt like he had his run, and then he was.
I believe JuJu can, bro, because what JuJu gonna come out with is gonna be like nothing that nobody heard before. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be whatever you might think. Oh, you listening to, bro? You might even think, oh, if he wrote for Sean, like nah, bro. What JuJu cooking? That man taught himself how to record. Yeah. He taught himself how to produce, so he could wake up at 2 a.m. with an idea and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that man, nah, bro. He went out there on a mission, bro, and he's gonna accomplish it. He's gonna accomplish it.
No,
bro.
I like that.
I always said bet the house on JuJu, bro. I haven't seen anything that he said was gonna happen. It's happened, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And to answer your question, I don't think you can get stuck.
Okay.
I think that
Saha was never meant to be.
He
was just never meant to be. It's like Pusha T.
Okay.
Bro, Pusha T, his lyrics, bro, they're immaculate, bro, but it's just not to be mass consumed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what
It's
I'm
not,
saying?
and that's the thing. Like that's what I was trying to get at. That's what I was trying to get at with Saha. Like Saha, like he had it both ways. He was able to get, because honestly, little behind the scenes, like about music, like you don't make a lot of money being a musician unless you are these big artists who make big records or that they own 100% of themselves. But people like real like artists who just artsy and they just make great music. Like, because if it was about that, then JuJu would never have to leave Orlando
in the first place.
His music was ready to be like, oh, this shit is different and great before he left Orlando.
Yeah, Loose Cannon already have $1 million deal.
Yeah,
when you talk about street music, who's making better street?
Yeah,
music
like compose. Yeah, you can't like even all the people that we named early. And I say this all the time, and I wholeheartedly believe this. It ain't nobody outside of Orlando where if you put their catalog up against them in their age group and how long they've been making music, that you will say, oh, they music spoken Tony Boy's music, or they music spoken D Boy's music, or they music spoken Mook Boy's music. It's not.
Not even in like the other areas of Florida where the guys are bigger, like the Tallahassee, Jacksonville guys.
Yeah,
like all them.
Like no disrespect to anybody, but you can't tell me that if you listen to
Spot 'em, Got 'em.
If you listen to 10 Loose Cannon songs and you go up and you say you can find 10 songs better from Young and Ace.
Yeah.
No. You can't.
No.
Yeah.
You can't listen to Smoke's first 2 albums and be like, yo, anybody else outside of Orlando has 2 albums that are better than these 2 albums.
No.
You cannot do that.
No.
You can't listen to JuJu shit. Like, you can't listen to JuJu shit. I think he took a lot of his shit down because I think he's gonna redo it.
He did take a lot of it down.
But
I've been wanting to ask him about that.
But you can't like what's the song he got like Me and Her Connect on the Soul Level? What's that song? Damn.
Paper?
No. It's like
Raw
Raw
Exchange.
Exchange. You can't tell me. You can't tell me Raw Exchange. You can't take Raw Exchange and any rap. I don't give a fuck who you now. You can say Kodak. You take a Kodak song and take Raw Exchange, and you can't say, "Oh, Kodak smoked that song."
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Especially like, and like he be saying something like he be saying like Juju be saying Orlando shit, and it's like you got to be from Orlando to get it. But even Orlando people don't listen to it. Well, she despised the drip.
Yeah.
She size my shit. Like basically like bitch, she see me getting fly, she just be like, look at this motherfucker. But that shit is like dope. Like he just like, bro, what do you, who says that, bro?
Nah, for real.
A bitch better like me for Julian. Like they say you need to go get you a Cuban. I say bitch better like me for Julian.
Their ability to write they can write captions, bro. You could just listen to them like a Drake song and just caption all your posts, bro.
Yeah,
they got a caption for you, bro.
And they like the thing about Smoke and Juju, like they like it's like best friends who are like would appear to be polar opposites. Like Juju is like more like quiet, observant, and like he pays attention to everything, and he's not gonna say a lot of shit. And then Smoke is like flashy, and like smart, introspective, thoughtful, but like still flashy.
Yeah.
Like still like aggressive. Like it feels aggressive, but like it's just because he just got such an exuberance for life. Where somebody would be like, "Hey, you getting a little aggressive?" He'd be like, "My bad, I ain't mean to reach over you, eat these chicken wings." You know what I mean? I see Smoke eating like some hot wings and like a fucking Louis Vuitton t-shirt. You know, they be buying t-shirts to be like $189 for one t-shirt, and he eating the chicken wings. He trying not to get it on his shit, and he's explaining something to me with so much passion. Eating chicken wings, trying not to get it on his expensive outfit. We in the trap. And he's explaining something like, yeah, I'm coming with this album. This years ago, though. And then it's like, and then Juju, like, when we at Smokehouse, not like I be around him all the time, but one time I was at Smokehouse with Jason, we all talking, and Juju just sitting there, and he just, like, kind of quiet, but he, like, taking in everything that's being said, and he just respond, like, but they, like, it's complete duality.
Yeah.
They both are thinking the exact same thing. It's just one of them expressing it this way and one of them expressing this way.
Yeah.
And it's the opposite of what you would think it would be. Because Juju is like light skinned. Well, he used to have blunt. He's probably got blonde hair still. And then Smoke is like dark skinned, like buff and shit. But like Smoke is like the Drake, and then Juju is kind of like a DMX, like dark ass, deep ass voice.
Yeah.
But that shit matters. I love Orlando artists. That's a long-winded saying. Like Orlando artists are just very talented, smart, introspective, great songwriters, skilled. I've been in the studio with Tony Boy. He don't write shit. I've been back when he'll like just go rent out an 11-hour block.
Yeah.
Take Adderall and just do 7 songs, and they look like. I'd been in the studio with Loose Cannon when there was a hole in the wall, and until they built the studio. I knew Loose Cannon when he was driving the Pontiac SUV.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know they made those.
That's crazy word, yeah.
No. But we got to end the show, man. We had a long time. Didn't get to talk NBA Finals, but they still playing. It's a close game, so we don't have an angle to talk about it anyway. So we'll catch you guys next week on the Bench Podcast. Appreciate Just Black and Jay Sun for coming on next week.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on. Let me do this first. Anyway.
It's a close game.